Oh, hello everyone, welcome to the stream.
Nuts, did you do this? Come on!
My name is Nuts the Robot and I'm the one who helps out here behind the scenes.
Open the damn door! Nuts! Come on! God, good. Nuts, my debut's gonna start soon, come on!
I taught bolts everything they know like the true bottom they are. Even if they'll never admit it, but we all know it's true.
Swear to freaking God! Get me out of here!
Speaking of bolts, sorry for the delay, but they were feeling a bit nervous about the debut, so they're going to take a minute to get ready.
Can't do this right now!
But before they come back, I just want to say, thank you for being here for them.
I swear to God on Rouge the Bat's ass, I will get out of here and I will disassemble you
They
myself.
work super hard here every day from morning till night, and I'm blown away at all the support they have received.
This is the last
I hope you all will continue to be there for them as you have both on and off stream.
Come on, Nuts, not now.
It might take a little longer for them to arrive, so why don't we have some fun without them for a while and you all can help me find my flamethrower.
Nuts! Nuts! You son of a bitch! You locked me in that closet for God knows how long! I'm gonna miss the debut! Are we fucking live right now? Before, all I knew was darkness. It didn't matter whether my eyes were open or closed. All I would see were shadows formed by glimmers of light. I was told light was always meant to be comforting. But at the time, light was just another tool to survive. There was something for me to focus on as weapons grazed my body, leaving scars that still haunt me to this day. What else was there? Just more shadows to fight in that dark, dark pit. But then I managed to escape. I picked this place, this garage in the middle of nowhere, because it was here, and anything was better than that place. Anything was better than where I was before. I looked around and I almost laughed for the first time. Broken floorboards, rotted tech, dust everywhere. Finally, for the first time, I think I found something that needed just as much work as I did. Days passed and I didn't have anything better to do, so I went to work. I hammered away at metal and plastic, repaired old consoles, TV screens, and I started to play the things that were left here. I learned about things that I missed out on. Old video games, magazines, commercials, cartoons, all that stuff from the past that people didn't want to forget. Then I got my first customer since I found this place. Again, there was no drive or goal in mind. I was just as automated as the machines here. But then I went from one customer to two, and then from two to dozens. Some were normal, if not a little eccentric, but then things got weird. A goth magical girl, eldritch beings, crazy AIs, funny bunnies, wacky furries, crazy scientists. It was just so overwhelming. These people that you wouldn't expect took time out of their day to stop by this place. And before I knew it, 2 whole years had gone by. I still don't know the value that they saw in this place, the value that they saw in me, but I do find myself smiling more often. The sounds I would hear when I would close my eyes as I remembered that dark place, they weren't as loud anymore. And those lights that I would see as survival, I started finding them comforting. Sometimes, I would still hear this voice. Sometimes it would be quiet. Other times, it would scream. Louder and louder and louder in my head, like a bell ringing at the top of a tower, echoing throughout the entire land. Do you deserve this? Are you allowed to be this happy? Is any of this okay? I don't know if I deserve any of this, but I want more. I'm tired of being satisfied with just existing. I'm not just a survivor anymore. I'm a mechanic, and a mechanic's job is to fix things that are broken. It's a mechanic's job to improve what they are left with. That passion, that desire, that ego. They were not things that I used to think about. But now those thoughts burn brighter than anything else. Maybe it's time I started fixing myself. And maybe it's time that I started creating the best version of me. It's time. Time for a new chapter. Let's begin, shall we?
Bolts come out. Bolts come out.
No. No. The closet can't keep you forever. Girl, I've been out of the closet for God knows how long. I don't wanna. I'm shy. I had like all of this bravado and all of this hype, and then I'm listening back to my own words, and I'm like, oh, okay. We're doing this. We're really doing this, right? Now or never. Okay. Hi, Aaron. God, so many people. So I'm being perceived so hard right now. Here, I'll give you. Okay, you guys can get the fluffy ears. You guys can get the fluffy ears. That's all we want at the end of the day, right? We just want to like snuggle with some fluffy ears, okay? We can just do the whole stream like this. Everything will be fine. Right? Right? Oh my God, there's so many new people here. Hi, Lloyd! So many old and new people here. All right, okay. Out! Okay, like, stuff kept hitting me, like, throughout the entire stream. Thank you for everyone who donated all of those bits. I got so... you couldn't hear it because I muted everything, but, like, I was straight up just getting attacked. Like, behind the scenes. Hello? Hi, how y'all doing? Sorry, I'm just providing some under-the-desk support right now. You know how it is. I just don't want to get in trouble with Twitch. Ow! Where do the sound effects keep coming from? Divis! Oh, it's been so long, Divis. Yomi's here. The crew is here. Yomi, Hazy, ID. Luna's here. Lore's here. Sam's here. Zajori's here. You guys are all here. Sane's here. Ah! I don't know why my tits keep throwing things at me. Like, consoles are falling from the sky. I knew that restructuring was a good idea. See, Nuts, I told you we didn't do this up to code. because we had to rush through this because someone burnt down my old garage. Ah! Ow! Amidst VT, thank you so much for the follow. Ah. All right, all right. All right. Ah. We're open for business. Welcome, everybody, to the Nuts and Bolts Garage 2.0. How are you all doing today? Happy Friday. Happy May 9th. And thank you all so much for joining me here today, new and old. Ow! And thank you for all of the follows and bits. Whoa. We're looking extra bouncy today. I hope you're all having a fantastic time. Welcome, welcome, new customers and old, here at the Nuts and Bolts Garage, where our motto was and always will be, we want to leave people better off than when they arrive. Because that's a mechanic's job, right? It's still going to take time for me to fully fix myself. But we can all work on each other together. That's the goal that I want to have here today. Not just today, forever. But I appreciate you all for stopping by, seriously. I've been racked with so much anxiety for the past couple of weeks. And the entire... Ow! Thank you for the 85 bits. Damn. I love how everyone's yelling booba, booba, booba. Like that is the... I'm covered in gear, and that is still like the immediate thing you guys hone in on. I mean, come on. They are pretty big. So... here, you guys can get a better look. Here, let me lean in. Let me lean in. What are you looking at? We don't provide those kind of services here, at least not during these times. Come back during the after hours. And maybe we'll talk. Friends get discounts, of course. Oh man, there's a story about these boobs. There is actually a long and involved story about these boobs that we will get into later. Oh man. But what did you guys think? So what did you guys think of the intro there? Would you believe me if I said I finished editing that intro literally last night? Do they make honk sounds? Now they do. Before, when they were originally conceived, no. they didn't make any sounds at all. But now they make car horn sounds. Like, And if you squeeze them for an extended period of time, then it sounds like a car alarm. It's very well made. I didn't know your lore like that. Well... that was more of a teaser for lore. There's a lot more. I had to do a lot more through implication in the lore video than explicitly shown due to certain factors that I'll get into during the presentation. That's right. Today we're having a full-on presentation today. And I am so excited. I'm so excited. I'm wagging. I'm so excited. That's right, kids! We're going back to college with PowerPoints! I've got like 46 freaking slides to show you! New Bolts Booba art? Yes, it's already made. And more is being made. Hell, I think I posted my first bit of booby art on Twitter like just the other day. Falls asleep. Lloyd, get back over here, Lloyd. Get over here right now. Take, thank you so much for the raid. I thought you finished streaming because I saw you in chat. Oh, let me turn my alerts and stuff back on. Now that everybody is here, I can turn everything back on because I didn't want you guys to like, I knew people were going to throw things. I didn't want people to throw things like while the lore video was going on. But welcome in, Raiders, welcome in. My name is Bolts the Mechanic, a retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of mine and maybe some of your favorite video game franchises of all time, like Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, etc., etc. I'm a retro variety streamer that specializes in retro variety content, whether it's educational content, like sharing fun facts about some of your favorite retro stuff, or, you know, just being unapologetically thirsty about some of our favorite childhood video game, cartoon, or anime crushes. If any of that, we are an 18+ stream that tends to lean more towards the lewd and suggestive side, so if any of that, ow! So if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please consider dropping a follow and becoming a loyal card-carrying member of the garage. We'd be happy to have you here. But if you'd rather go elsewhere, I completely understand. Ah! You guys like all the consoles that you're throwing at me? The lore intro hit a little bit too close to home. I'm imagining that it did. I had a feeling that it was going to, a lot of people were going to find it relatable. I love writing stuff that has like double meanings to it. I love writing stuff where it's like, technically everything said did have to do with my lore, but it also related to a lot of real world stuff that I had gone through and a lot of stuff that I'm currently going through. Yes, I know the memory cards is a nice touch. Thank you. I almost, is it cuckoo or cuckoo? It reads like cuckoo. Cuckoo the wizard, thank you so much for the follow. And Country Tarte, thank you so much as well. Yes, we got a lot of shout outs to do. We got a shout out Take Two Action. Thank you so much for that fantastic raid. I hope you had a lovely stream. I saw you were streaming earlier. Your community is in good hands, hun. I appreciate you so much. Cuck, yes. I'm sorry, Freudian slip. I've been experimenting with certain fetishes lately. Don't think too much about it. Don't think too much about it at all. We're all good here. We don't kink shame in this household. We don't kink shame in this garage. I'm gonna have like a board of rules next to me at some point. Luna, shut up. Shut up, sis. No, I'm not a bottom. Actually, no, I can't call you sis because that would make the art we got together very questionable. Very questionable. And I don't think that's a good idea. You guys will probably see it later. yo, yeah, I thought I can raid since we were debuting this month. Glad I got to get you first. Yes, you're the first raid of the evening. I appreciate you so much. Take Two. Guys, please go check them out, especially if you are a fellow retro fan or enthusiast, because they also stream retro games occasionally. Sister from another mister. That still makes it weird. That has the same energy of help, stepbrother, I'm stuck. And I've seen too much anime. I've seen Sister. Oh! Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Lloyd, for the 100 bits. More memory cards, yes, because with my ADHD, I need them. I need the extra storage space in my brain, because God knows I can't remember shit anymore. Hey, Bolts, I'm stuck in the dryer. Oh God, is that going to be the impetus for our next art piece together? That'll be interesting. Ah! Cuckoo, thank you. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Ow! What, Lloyd? I can't. I'm actually like laugh crying right now. Like, you have no idea. Like, I think my brain broke with all of this shit going on. Lloyd, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's so nice of you. Can we get a shout out for Lloyd in the chat? Mods, I'm gonna make you work overtime right now. I'm so sorry. Can we get a shout out for Lloyd? We need a shout out for Yomi. We need a shout out for ID. Guys, if you liked that lore video was done by the lovely ID10 in chat, the first editor I ever worked with, the person who arguably helped a lot of you know who the fuck I am. So many lovely. Ow! Danny, no! Ow! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs! Ow! Yes, we got GameCubes for subs, PlayStations for follows. Ow! PlayStations for follows, and the bits are memory cards because I just had to lean into that. And there's redeems. You guys didn't think I would do a stream without redeems, right? Hey Ivy, thank you. I'm glad you're able to make it. Hold on. Let me turn these redeems on. Ow! Spooky the Tooth, thank you so much for the follow. I apologize if I missed some people. I am very overstimmed right now. A whole PlayStation for a follow? Yes. I was gonna say because you guys are worth that, but you can get like a PlayStation 2 at like a store for like maybe 50 or 60 bucks. Grab the fluffy ears. Here, let me turn them on. Power rewards. Now, unfortunately, Nuts will not be speaking for the rest of the stream unless I use him. Kiko, my love, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for making it, hon. And Zarian, lovely, lovely beans, you made it. Let's turn these redeems on. So unfortunately, Nuts will not be available because apparently, ow. Zarian, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Apparently Twitch had a recent update which fucked up VTS Pog, which is the main program that I use for stuff like this. Unfortunately,
Nice
it doesn't work. Yes, we have the sound redeems back. The sound redeems are back. A lot of these redeems are tweaked or bettered versions of the ones that we had before. So let me just make sure they're all turned on. Ah! Luna, you were waiting! You were waiting for that! Ow! Luna, you were waiting for that! You were waiting for me to turn that back on. There. Yes, you can milk me. You can spill milk in the garage. And you can blow me up. Great. Now the textures are laid on top of each other.
Nice cock.
Thank you, Kiko. Yes, Kiko. I know it is a very nice cock. Probably not as big as yours, but you know what they say. It's not about the size, it's how you use it. Damn, a Waylon, you Tennyson. Just have a good time. Balls! Balls! I look like a bat. We did it. We did. I'm so glad I waited before you guys just threw everything at me. Tiger Leon! Oh my God, my model parents here, guys! Tigre, how you doing? Guys, Tigre Leon. Ow! Guys, Tigre Leon is the one who rigged this beautiful model that you see before you. Yes, I'm hydrating. I'm hydrating. Yes, body shrink. Now I actually do look like a Ratchet and Clank character. So tiny. Bonk.
Nice cock.
Pick me up and put me in your pocket. I look like a Detective Conan character. Sonny would understand that reference. And yes, we have new emotes and stuff too. I'm glad you guys are having fun with all of I'm glad you guys are having fun with all of them. Yes, go check out Tigre
Nice
Leon.
cock.
They did the lovely modeling here that you see. Bolts is now vorable. No! Don't vore me! Don't vore me, please! I don't want to get vored. Come on!
Nice cock.
Would you vore this face? Would you vore this face? stretched. Still got like 7K points because you lurk all the time. Well, that doesn't work. That didn't work as much anymore. I need to find a way to map that redeem properly to the model instead of just as an overlay onto it. Ow, 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 ow. Maybe I should put a cooldown on throwing the nuts on my face. I could have sworn there was a cooldown. I vote for a marketable plushie, maybe in the future. I think we're still a bit far off from that! Yes, I'm drinking water! See, Kiko, you proud of me? I'm drinking water. Chibs, welcome back. Oh, Nuts knocked you out for a whole... Oh, no, Nuts didn't knock me out for a week. No, it just took a week to rebuild the garage. God damn it. But yes, we got a chibi toggle, which isn't a separate model. It's just rescaled assets from the original model. That was also something that my model parent did. So every individual asset is still compatible with this one. It all works out, which means I could even take off my clothes like this. Man, I look like an Opie lolly. Ow, 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 ow. I think I'm gonna put a cooldown on, well, I think I'm gonna put a, ow! Cross, thank you so much for the gifted sub. That's so awesome. Appreciate you. Guilty, hun, welcome. Got hit by a piece of Ruba. Ah, damn, that sucks. Nuts is just isn't Nuts just a menace? They're a menace, aren't they? Chat, let's all agree that this goober, this guy right here, is a menace, okay? He's a menace. I will not stand for it. What do you have to say for yourself, Nuts?
Bolts come out.
I already came out a long time ago. Ow, 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 ow! Ah, thank you so much for everything, guys. The community subs, the gifted bits, the gifted subs. You guys are really awesome. Seriously, it's taking every bit of power right now to not immediately break down and cry, because chances are I'm going to do that later. Oh man, I just wanted us to sit and chat for a bit before we moved on to... Oh, there is a cooldown, it's just not that long. Before we move on to the other stuff, because I got a full presentation going on, so I hope you cleared up the next 2 hours probably, because I'm gonna take you on a journey. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about everything that happened in the past 6 months and where we're going to go with it, because I'm not good at this, in case you couldn't tell. I'm not good at this. And it's gonna be an interesting time. It's gonna be a very interesting time, okay? But we're gonna do our best, okay? Okay, you guys hear me? We're gonna do our best. Say it with me in chat. We're gonna do our best, okay? That's all we can do. We're gonna do our best. Yeah, we got the power glove up in here. There's so much that I immediately want to say and talk about. But I want to try my best to do this properly. Because this is very much my first time. It's my first time, and I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. You know, we're all nervous during our first... See, like I just passed gas. We're all very nervous during our first times. But I think with some... I think we can all come together to come together and make this a fun time, right? Yes, I think so too. And yes, I did mean what I said. There's gonna be a lot of that. Oh man, this is. What do you guys think of the new garage? My new workbench, TV. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Here, let me give you the full show, shall I? Oh, that's the wrong button. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, not the show that I wanted to give you guys. No. See, this is the kind of stuff you need to pay for. This is the kind of stuff that's gonna get me banned on Twitch. Not the booba stuff. This. No, stop! Don't sniff the feet. Don't sniff the feet. I've been working all day. Okay, I've been working all day. I mean, unless you're into that, are you into the musk? Are you into the grippers? Dun 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 dun. Gotta look at that. Look at them dogs. Look at them dogs. Hyena lurk. We got a lot of hyenas in chat. Oh, you're from Luda's community. Oh, don't suck my toes. Don't suck the grippers. Let me lick. Wow, I didn't realize how many of my customers were just completely in defeat. You do you, guys. I mean, I can add that as a service. Like, we can add that on the After Dark, like, menu for the late night garage services. If that's what you guys want. Type once for yes, 2 for no. If you're into the grippers, if you want to touch the grippers. I didn't say suck. I said touch. Ah! I love how it blasts me from off fucking screen. Jesus Christ. Didn't know this debut was directed by Quentin Tarantino. He was a consultant. He was definitely a consultant on the script writing for this stream here. In fact, this stream is a backdoor pilot for his final film, Footsies. You know, it's like that poster, that fake poster that was going around Twitter the other day of like the feet with the very phallic looking holes in them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in Quentin Tarantino on Twitter. I'm sure you'll find it. It's not real, but God, it would be so funny if it was real. I'm much more into thighs and ponytails, thank you. Oh, well, if you're into thighs. I mean, I could just take off these pants. Congratulations on the 1.0 debut. It's a 2.0, okay, 2.0 debut. So we could show off the hips a little bit. So, fun fact. Yo, Nani the fuck, thank you so much for the gifted say. Yeah, a lot of gifted subs went out. Is that a Game Boy? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I am not just a retro streamer. I am the retro streamer. What mechanic is properly equipped without his tools and his Game Boy by their side? Got a specialty pouch for it and everything. So, fun fact about the... Yomi, stop licking my Game Boy. Unless you're trying to lick my screwdriver, in which case, you know, we could save that for later. Ah! God, dude, licking right through the pants, lore. I know you guys are like... I see, this is how I know I've got a bunch of brats in chat, because y'all are so impatient! Y'all are so impatient! I want to do that Scar meme where he's like, I'm surrounded by idiots. And it's just, I'm surrounded by brats. Each and every one of you. But yes, we got the Game Boy, we got the hammer and the screwdriver over here. And we got a slightly reworked symbol for the garage. It's a little bit less detailed, but you could still make out it's the...
Nice car.
Thank you. Yes, I know I am thrusting full frontal over here. Wow, you can see my boobs are so big, they are literally like hanging over the top right here. And we got the big old gloves. We got the big gloves over here. And yes, that is a specially designed Nintendo 3DS. I'm sorry, Nintendo DS. It is equipped to my... Yay, Jay! How you doing? It is equipped to my left arm.
Nice
the way...
car.
And it opens up. The original plan was to have a toggle where I could put out my left arm and open it up, similar to, like, what Buzz Lightyear does. Ow! Thank you for the follow. TD boss. Oh, titty boss. I get it. I have media literacy. I see what you did there. That's a nice necklace. I mean hands. Yeah. Come over here, Lore. Look, I can lean into the microphone just like this. And I can reach right inside your brain and do something. Yeah, that joke still runs. Oh, I bet you're so proud that it does. But yes, we have a specialty DS on the left hand that is strapped to my glove, and the idea is that it is supposed to open up similar to what Buzz Lightyear's Star Command thing does. You know, where he opens up, it's like T-Log. This is Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. That toggle is still in the works, unfortunately. Now we're going to move over to the side and... Bolts! You're exposing yourself! Yes, we have ditched the full bodysuit of the original 1.0. Hey, Zaretha! Welcome in! Is this supposed to be a power glove? Well... you tell me. We have a specialty power glove right here. Zarethia. Sorry. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I deserve that. We got a specialty power glove right here. And it's connected to a specialty microphone. This microphone is actually based off of I just go by TD, but a friend calls me Titty for jokes. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. That's awesome. Good evening, nice Game Boy and Power Glove, and happy model debut. Thank you. So this microphone that I'm actually holding is loosely based. Ow. It's funny you hit me with the PlayStation because this is loosely based off of those attachments that would be added to like old consoles like the PlayStation 2, like the microphones and the camera, like the iToy camera, the PlayStation microphone and stuff like that. So that's what this microphone is based off of, but the idea is that it's plugged directly into the power glove. And we're gonna get a lot of use out of this for both informational stuff as well as maybe some singing, maybe some concerts, maybe some covers. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. And it's also just a great way for me to show off the power glove. As for the gloves themselves, yes, they are big, bulking gloves. They are like freaking Hulk hand gloves over here. Now I really look like a Ratchet and Clank character, you know what I'm saying? I have ideas for this asset. Which one? Which one, the microphone? Or the gloves with my big hands? I have a feeling everyone's seeing the big hands and is just like thinking of lots of things. We'll ask you later, go right ahead. You can ask me now, like privately. We'll get into like art and other things later because yes, I am very much looking forward to some of the things I'll be sharing on that front as well. But let's put the microphone away for a second because yes, the toggle that you guys are probably most excited about, I can lean in and give you guys a good view. Bounce. Look how bouncy and expressive I am, guys. Do you like it? Do you like it? This no joke, this is one of the reasons why I went to Tigray because, and I highly recommend you check them out as a rigger. They are so bouncy. They are so, like, the whole, not just my tits, obviously. The whole model is bouncy and has like this free form movement to it. Like everything sways. I love it. As soon as I saw one of your Tigray, as soon as I saw one of your children share off their new model, I think it was Cynical. Cynical was showing off the furry model that I think you made for them, and I'm like, I want that. I want that. That's perfect. That's the right amount of bouncy fluidity that I want, because I was very against, I really didn't want rigging that came off as too stiff. And hey, through Tigray, I was able to meet Luna, who has since become like a really good friend lately, as well as a bunch of other cool people. So I'm happy how that all came together. And I'm wearing bandage wraps, and my cleavage is obscured by my, oh God, okay, maybe not, don't suck there, Kirby. Maybe don't suck there. Save that for another time. My God. But, we also do have a couple of other things. So, almost everything that you see on this model is an asset. So, almost everything on this model can be taken off. Yes. Everything can be taken off. If I wanted to. And there's a reason for that. I can take off these bandage wraps. I could take off my pants. I could take off my gloves. Everything can be taken off. But that also means that we could play around with the straps here. So we have these straps. We've got my goggles, which used to be on my head. Now they're around my neck and are a lot more cartoonishly exaggerated. And of course, we've got the cape. Ow! The Time Lord, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Boy, do I love to play with straps. I actually liked to do that a lot when I was younger too. I think that was like a stimming thing for me when I was younger. But yes, we have the cape from the original model that got burned up in the fire. It got burned up in the fire. You're lucky most of it is still okay. But it's fine. I was able to recover it. Most of it. It's okay. Whoa. Zarian blew me up. Oh my God. Eds, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you. Yes, I know it is a beautiful model. And yes, I am bald now. I am bald now. Great. You set me on fire again. Hello, and yes, toe beans. I probably have to get an emote for the toe. You can't put out the fire with milk. Really good way to see your ears in more detail. They're super nice. Well, thank you. By getting rid of my, literally it's like, oh, let me shave your head. I want to see your ears more. Gonna need sand and water. Yes. Fun fact. Did you guys know that I almost became a firefighter like 2 years ago? Not even, was it 2 years ago? It was fairly recently. Oh! Dashy! Oh! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs! And Turtles in 4K, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's so nice of you, Dashy. Thank you. How are you doing? Oh my God. I really am just like blown away by how many people are here. Like, friends, newcomers alike. The new model looks sick. Thank you, Turtles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The GameCube didn't put out the fire. Yeah, who would have thought that throwing large pieces of cubicle plastic wouldn't put out a fire? Who would have thought? I'm gonna wait for the fire. Ow, 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 ow. We gotta rethink us straight. Yeah. That might do it. That might, okay, yeah, throwing Coke at me might do it. The drug, not the drink. How come being a firefighter didn't happen for you? Because I wanted to be a full-time furry on the internet. Duh. Obviously, I lurk, have a great debut. Thank you, Zarian. I thank you. I keep saying Zarian. Zarin. I don't know why I keep over-enunciating the Y. There's something wrong with me.
We did it!
Love the new model. Thank you, Goose. And thank you guys for the head pats. Happy debut, Huntress. Hi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have so many people to shout. It's the first time I've been like overwhelmed with trying to like shout people out. Shadow, if you do not mind. Shadow NID, if you do not mind. I want to be able to shout out all the lovely friends and people that are here. So can we get a shout out for Duck? Can we get a shout out for Melon? Can we get a shout out for Zarin, Kiko, bunch of people. Oh, Hale, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. How you guys doing? Hi, hi, hi. My name is Bolts the Mechanic, a retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of my and maybe some of your favorite video game franchises of all time, like Ratchet & Clank, Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, etc., etc. I'm a retro variety streamer that fluctuates between being, well, that fluctuates between being incredibly informative and notoriously down bad. Here to share fun facts and thirst over some of our favorite video game franchises. Our motto here is to leave people better off than when they arrive. So if any, and we are an 18+ stream that leans a bit more to the spicy, a bit more to the saucy, a bit more to the lewd. If any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider dropping a follow and becoming a loyal card-carrying member of the garage. We're just showing off more of the model. One thing I want to make note of here is look at the texture work. Do you see the dots and the texture work on the model? The screen tones. Like, my model parent, my model artist, Bell Beeps, who I think is still streaming right now, actually. I went to them specifically because I wanted a very cartoony and exaggerated, like, style. Like a cartoony, almost comic book style, and they delivered on that. And I even got my little braid right here. Everything looks so fluffy. But also, if you look at here, I'm going to zoom in on my face. Get nice and close. Nice and close. Guys, look at my hair. That's such a good detail. You could see my eyes through my hair. It's transparent. I'm like an anime character over here. Translucent. Thank you, Tempo. I thought translucent was more liquid. Transparent was more solid. That's fancy as fuck. Yeah, Aaron, Bell did a fantastic job bringing your artwork to life with this. And of course, we gotta appreciate, this is as close as I can get, we gotta appreciate the eyes. The power button eyes. Look how bouncy they are. They like float like liquid in my balls. My eyeballs. Oh, if you stare at me like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I'm gonna get shy. Nah, it's okay. Keep staring. Ah! Oh, Kirby's giving me a kiss. Was that you trying to give me a kiss, Lore? If the eyes are power buttons, what happens if you push them? Everybody asks that question. Everybody asks that question. It's like, can we turn you off if I poke your eyes? No, but you might turn me on. I'm into a lot of weird shit, all right? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Speaking of anime, this is directly based off of like those anime like down looks that you would see. It's like, oh, mistakes were made. I have made many mistakes. I imagine this is how brats feel when they piss me off, probably. Like, oh, mistakes were made. Bolts, you cutie pie, how is you? I'm good, I'm good. I'm just telling everybody to look into my eyes. It's okay. Everything is gonna be okay. You are now breathing manually. You guys will do everything that I say. You will support this cutie patootie mechanic over here. You will stay to the end of stream. You will listen to my PowerPoint presentation. Ow! Oh, well, I'm sorry, guys. I think I was out of it. Something happened just now. Something came over me. What was that? Sorry, hypnosis doesn't work on you. Oh, that's a shame. It's got to work on... What are the odds that worked on somebody? Oh. I had to drink more water. McNutty, thank you for the resub. 2 months now. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sarok! Is this your first time chatting in my... Wow, I could have sworn I talked to you in chat before. Thank you, fan. Can we get a shout for Sarok in chat too? Ow, 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 ow. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you for the hydrates. Also, I should probably put my tits behind my desk, right? Where are my tits? Yeah, we're gonna put them behind the desk. It's more realistic that way. There we go. Now they're behind the desk. Uno reverse, funny. No! Okay, yes, calling me a bottom is a surefire way to break the hypnosis, because then you're gonna make me mad. Because I'm not a fucking bottom. I'm not. I will end you guys. I'm not a bottom. I'm Italian. Don't you dare put pineapple on pizza or break spaghetti. It's okay. I can piss you off a different way. I don't like eating my pasta with sauce. I like eating it with butter and salt. And I will die on that hill. I can even puff up my cheeks. No. No. I am not a bottom. I am not a bottom. But I can also just get absolutely dumbfounded. Oh. Okay. This is happening now. There's so many people here today. Hi. Don't perceive me. Okay. Whatever am I gonna do with you guys? I am scared. Oh, thank you for that, Pat. Thank you. Get perceived, nerd. Fine. Oh, fine. I'm just happy, okay? These are happy tears. There's just so many cool people here, and like, I know I've shared a lot of this with some of you guys behind the scenes because I suck at keeping secrets about myself because I was just so excited. But it's like, I don't know. I do not have a lot of faith or confidence in myself, so I thought, oh, like, probably a few people will show up, but like, almost everyone I know and then some have shown up. And my body is still processing all of this. I'm like joking and smiling, but my body is also like so not used to this overwhelming amount of kindness that I feel like I want to cringe into a ball and like never come out. Like, I am so close to just crying right now, but I'm doing my best to keep it together. Well, obviously we're gonna show up. And I think you're cool. Thank you, Huntress. I appreciate that. And yes, I have a tail. Look, guys, I have a tail now. Here, this is probably a better way to see it. Oh no, actually, it's kind of blocked a bit. I can put my tail up or down, and the tail is mapped to my smiling. So the more I smile, the more it wags. Slip slap. Thank you so much for the follow. And of course, you guys have already seen the microphone. Sonny! Sonny, my husband! Welcome in, guys! Welcome in! Woo! You made it! You made it!
Nice cock.
Thank you, it is a nice cock. Ivy, thank you so much for the... Oh, for the follow? And someone just subbed. Wari OS, thank you so much for the 9-month resubscription. That's so awesome. Ow. Yes, I'm getting nutted on a lot today. I am getting nutted. I'm being showered with kindness and nuts today. It is a lot. Guys, please go check out Sunny XD. Today was their affiliate anniversary. That's so awesome. Ah! Lord, you milked me. In front of my husband, too. It's okay, I'm Polly. They know what I'm about. They know what they signed up for when they perceived this thing. Oh, man. Now we're even closer because I'm also a furry, just like Sunny. See, it all works out. Gotta assert dominance sometimes? No, you mean you need to fight back, otherwise you're not a brat. You're just a straight up bottom at that point. And clipped. God damn it, Shadow. God damn it. But welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Yes, today is my re-debut. You are coming to the first stream of Bolts 2.0. My name is Bolts the Mechanic, retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of mine and maybe some of your favorite video game franchises of all time, like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, etc. I am a retro variety streamer that swings both ways. On the one hand, we have fun educational content both on and off stream, and on the other hand, I am a perpetual down bad gooner that will thirst over everyone's favorite anime, cartoon, and video game characters. I am also a voice actor of the Safe for Work and Not Safe for Work variety, and I just want to provide a safe space where people can feel open and honest about their desires and what they want to do and the things that they grew up with. We're an 18+ stream that does lean a bit more on the lewd and sussy side, so if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider dropping a follow and becoming a loyal card-carrying member of the new garage. The Nuts and Bolts Garage, where our motto is, we like to leave people better off than when we find them. But I was your stream, Sonny. I was lurking in it before I started up mine. Please tell me you'll be able to sleep later. Guys, Sonny stayed up all night being nervous about my debut as they are yelling at me to get sleep last night for my debut. Can you draw, or are you an artist? I wouldn't call myself an artist. I can draw. I do have a sketchbook that my coworkers gave me, and I do draw sketches for some of my kids at my main job, but no, I would not super consider myself an artist. Heading out for a walk, but glad I could be there for this debut. Thank you, Maple. That was a good time for the ad to start. I'm a professional down bad ass. Damn it. What about Funtime Foxer? If this is okay, so then surely you can't out unhinge me due to him. Is that a challenge? Is that a challenge? Guys, when I say I am a professional gooner, I mean I am a professional gooner. I take my gooning very seriously, okay? I love the hypocrisy, but with love. What hypocrisy? Oh, that I want people to be open and honest about things where I can't be open and honest with myself because I have perpetual crippling anxiety and self-doubt. Okay, fair. Fair. I will take that L right to the head. Staying up all night but yelling you to sleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was Sunny. I did stay up relatively late last night, still trying to get everything ready. And even then, there are some things that I wasn't fully able to get together. But we reached a point where it's like, fuck it, we ballin' type of thing. Also, I took off of work specifically today so that I could sleep in case I was so nervous that I couldn't sleep. So we're all good here. Hey, Cynical. Yes, I saw you earlier in chat. I'm glad you guys could be here. And I appreciate the raid, Sonny. I don't think I've ever had this many people watching me right now. And not gonna lie, kind of nervous. We just finished showing off the different bits of the model. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about real quick was the fact that I'm not wearing a suit anymore. I have scars. This was actually really important to me. Galaxy System Zero, thank you so much for the follow. My body has scars on them now, and that is intentional. That has always been intentional since the first time that I designed this model, but you could not see them because of the full body suit. The only way that you could see the scars is if you checked out my NSFW artwork. Hey Bolts, can you lean in can you lean and whisper in my ear? Well, if my husband's asking me to, of course I can. Sonny, happy anniversary. And thank you so much for everything. You will come up during my PowerPoint presentation because you are just as much a part of this as everybody else is. Thank you so much. And I hope you rest well later. So yeah, I might be doing some ASMR content later on. We'll get to that later. You can tell I've been practicing my voice acting a lot as well. There is a lot of stuff that we need to cover about how we got here, where we are now, and where we're going. And my phone is ringing, no doubt with another dumb telemarketer, because I've been getting telemarket calls like every day for the past 2 weeks. It's been very irritating hearing the same lady named Mildred or Marissa or some M name be like, "Hi, I'd like to tell you about your car's extended warranty." And I'm like, no. Coco, hello. Can we also get a shout out for Coco? Can we get a shout out for Hazy? I think we already shouted out Yomi before. We got to give a shout out to Aaron as well. Guys, if you see an adorable little bean named Aaron in chat, they were the original artist for everything that you see here. So here's the way I see it. I have 2 model parents, like the rigger and the artist, but I also have 2 model not grandparents, 2 model godparents. And we're going to talk about them during the stream. Don't forget to shout out Bolts the Mechanic, Sarok. I need to give you like a VIP badge. Remind me to do that after stream. Aaron is an amazingly talented artist and the one who helped me not only come up with the original design for my first model, but also the one who did the first bit of artwork for this design. But you know what? Why don't I just show you guys exactly how all of this began? Are you ready to get this debut underway? Are we ready to get this debut underway? Give me those emotes in chat. Are we ready for the PowerPoint presentation? Yes, question tempo. You there in the front. What is your question? Let us change scenes. Here we go. Oh, Nuts, get. God damn it, Nuts, you're in the wrong spot. There you go. I'm excited. And there's no sound. Let me turn back on the music. Where are you, background music? Because I don't want you guys to like listen to the empty void that is the background. My nuts are in the wrong spot, guys. What are we gonna do? Don't you hate when that happens, when they get all tangled up in there like a bag? Oh, lower that. Lower that nice shit.
Cock.
Thank you. It is a very nice cock. I've worked very hard to perceive it. There we go. All right. By the way, guys, I also forgot to bring up the music. This is custom music. This is custom music based off of the soundtrack from the first Ratchet & Clank game. I'm not using Ratchet & Clank music. This is custom music that I had commissioned to really lean into that Ratchet & Clank feel. So is Bolt acting like Captain Quark? Hey, I'm at least slightly more competent than Captain Quark. I will at least not take credit for things that are not mine, all right? Give me a little bit of credit, all right? Here we go. So, here's our presentation. Bolt's 2.0 design. Caption. The caption is, I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. Buckle up, guys! One of us is gonna cry in the next 2 hours. Chances, place your bets on who's gonna do it first. Place your bets, everybody. Who's gonna cry first today? Cause god damn it, it's me. It's probably gonna be me. It's probably gonna be me. Bolt, if an ad break happens during the presentation, will you be pausing to allow everyone to get back? I don't have. If you guys notify me when an ad break happens, I can slow down. Just giving you the heads up. Too late, already did. No, Aaron. Oh, Aaron. It's too early to cry. We still have at least another hour or two left. I have 40. How many slides do I have? I have 43 slides. All right. Crying, what's that? Nah, see Coco in chat, like, they're hardcore. All right, you don't fuck with Coco, okay? Ow! Master Axel, thank you so much for the follow. I'm already crying, but you'll probably make me cry again. God damn it. All right, let's begin. Shall we? So, this is a presentation about our model. This is a story about the journey so far and where we're all going to go with this. Okay? Let's begin. So, what can you expect today? So I went all out for this. We're gonna have fireworks. We're gonna have a big budget animated presentation going into the deep, complex intricacies of my lore. We're gonna have strippers. And we're gonna have a special guest appearance by James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Ratchet himself. Are you guys excited for that? The man, the myth, the legend himself. Are you ready? All right. Let's go. Nah. No, I'm not serious. Little bit of humor. In a perfect world, that's what I have liked. In a perfect world, that is what I would have liked. But due to budget, time, and lack of context, I technically might have a means of getting in contact with James Arnold Taylor, but whether or not he would have the time or whether or not I would have the money to pay him for that is a completely different story. Dog, we have so many celebrity here. The celebrities are the amazing people in chat. Would I like to do something like this in the future? Yes. But I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. For those of you that are new, and there's probably a lot of you here, especially from the raids that we got, or people that came here from Twitter. Oh, thank you, Evereno. I have never done this before. I've never debuted before. Can we at least have the strippers during the after dark hours? Egg, I do look like an egg. I've never done a debut before. I've been streaming for about 2 years now. I started streaming all the way back. Thank you. I started streaming all the way back in early 2023. It was like late January, early February. And the model that you saw me guys use before, the 1.0 model, I never actually did a debut at all. I didn't promote it. I did everything wrong. All right. I literally did everything wrong. Okay. I did not do any promotion. I did not get any artwork. I did not network with people except for maybe like 1 or 2 other content creators. And that's only because they were like looking for writers. And I like volunteered as a writer to help them with things. I barely knew anybody. I didn't have emotes made. I just used a lot of like custom stock emotes from like Etsy or like stuff that was already available on Twitch, etc. Taiga! Other Taiga. So many Taigas. You made it! Can we get a shout for Taiga? Taiga was yelling at me the other day that they were scared they weren't going to make it. I'm so glad you made it, Han. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I didn't know how to set up OBS properly. I didn't even know how to properly green screen my model, which became very interesting considering that my model does have a lot of green in it. So of course, there are like the first 2 weeks of me streaming. How many Taigas are there? Well, there's Taiga, my friend, the lovely variety streamer, ASMR artist, and content creator. And there's Taiga, my model parent. So those are the only 2 Taigas we have for now. We got 2 Taigas and 3 Lunas. Let's see like if those numbers increase at all between now and later on in the stream. But yeah, I originally started all the way back then, and I had no idea what I was doing. If you want a perfect summation for how I started streaming, I want you to look at what Yomi Quinley did when they both first streamed their 1.0 and 2.0 model and be like, oh, Bolts just did the exact opposite of that. Which is basically true. Because streaming wasn't really important to me. Streaming, I did not go into streaming. I did not get into VTubing with any type of plan. Because I didn't have any plan to grow. I didn't have any idea of what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be. I had a very, very rough, vague idea of what it was that I wanted. Literally, I feel most don't know when they first start. True, but I didn't even do any research into it. I wasn't like a lot of people nowadays who probably get into streaming and they're like, I want to be big. And like, there's still like some research or stuff that you could do. I didn't do any of that. So this is, by and large, my first actual debut. And I did do research. I did prep everything. I got new emotes. I got the model. I had a fun video to present. I have a whole plan. Is it perfect? No. And I still don't even know what makes like a good debut, honestly, because I've seen so many people do different things. Some people like Joel will do like will code like an entire video game. Okay? Some people like Yomi will like have all these incredible cool toggles and like effects and stuff, like really make it a presentation. At my current skill level, at my current budget, at my current time frame, I can't offer any of that right now. A debut is supposed to be a celebration of yourself, but even that didn't feel right to me in a way, okay? Because, ow! Anime Lover, 15,000, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, hush, you're doing amazing. Thank you, hon. Mwah. It's something that came from your heart, and that's what matters. Well, I got a lot more stuff in this organ we call a heart that's going to come out soon. Mecha Fox, here you go. Ada, ada. So, instead, I decided to go with a theme. All right? The theme I did. Ow, 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 ow. The theme isn't. The theme is you guys. Okay? The theme is you guys. You guys that are here supporting me. You guys who have messaged me and talked to me and helped me behind the scenes. The specific people that helped me during the course of these past 6 months. It's been a very interesting journey. This is for all of you guys. Okay? Because I am not a monolith. I am not like a monarch. I'm not this thing that stands above everybody else. I'm not this thing that looks down on anybody. If I've said this multiple times, if it ever seems like I come off like that, I want you guys to like just hit me in the back of the head with a 2x4 and drag me to the nearest dark alley, because anybody who acts like that, I don't necessarily think deserves to kind of be where they are, especially in this community. So, I've known you for like 10 months. It has been a while, which is insane. Some people I've known since I started my journey. Other people I've known since... God. Some people we've only known recently. Some people I've only gotten to know like in the past week. But it's crazy. So yeah. I'm not here without you guys, okay? I'm not... And I want this presentation to be about you guys as much as it is about me. Because we're all in this together, okay? I say all that, I'm sure some of you are thinking, oh, are they talking about the thing? No, I'm not, okay? This was always the plan. I swear to God, I swear, I can even prove it in DMs. This was always the plan. I had planned for this to be how the debut is going to go for at least a month. Stuff that has happened in the past 2 weeks had nothing to do with this. It's just kind of funny how things worked out like that. Like, I didn't do this to be relevant. I did it because it's just what I wanted to do. Other people are what made it relevant. So you know what? I get to have my cake and eat it too. I get to do what I want and speak from the heart and promote positivity and fun and community. And in the off chance that somebody comes in here and is like, oh, are they talking about the thing? Well, I have plausible deniability. It's relevant. Because you know what they say, guys? After all, at the end of the day, it's just business, okay? So, that is the one joke I will do about this entire thing, I swear. And I am in the business of support and emotions over whatever the fuck has been going on for the past 2 weeks. Even this morning, I woke up to another like tweet from somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, that's happening. Sure. Yeah, whatever. So at the very least, I hope that at the bare minimum, this is a nice change of pace for everybody. Okay. Moving on. Chapter 1. Who the hell am I? I know I've given my intro already to the people that rated in, but the off chance that we still have more people that are just joining in or finding us from Twitter or from other places, let me give a formal, proper introduction as to who I am and what I'm about. My name is Bolts the Mechanic. Heavily inspired by, yes, Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, some of my favorite video games of all time. These are games that I grew up with. I grew up as a big PlayStation kid. The PlayStation 1 through my original console was a Sega Genesis. So obviously also Sonic is a big inspiration for me. But my first, that was a hand-me-down from my dad. My first main console was the PlayStation 1. And since then, the PlayStation 1, particularly the late PlayStation 1, early PlayStation 2 era, have strongly informed me as a gamer and content creator. It's why I love platformers so much. It's why I like cartoony and exaggerated games so much. I think it's part of the reason why I still love a lot of cartoons and anime growing up. I was that kid that would always stay glued into stuff like that. And one of the things that I definitively wanted to carry over when I made my model, when I made my first model, was I wanted it to be garage themed. I wanted it to be inspired by those games that I grew up with. We are an 18 plus creator. I'm an 18 plus creator that does do a bunch of stuff, both on and off stream. We are simul streaming on YouTube as we speak. I do scripted content. I do voice acting of the safe for work and not safe for work variety. I have a separate Twitter account that goes into some of that other stuff that you can find by checking my card, you know. Oh my god, another raid. This is a perfect time because I'm literally just breaking down and getting into all of this. So welcome in, raiders, welcome in. Hello everybody, hello. How is everybody doing today? Goat raid, goat raid. Hello everybody, hello. My name is Bolts the Mechanic. I'm a retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by a bunch of the games listed here on this slide over here. You caught me in the middle of a 2.0 debut where I am breaking down not just what kind of content creator I am, but also the type of content that I make, as well as the type of content we are making in the future. Happy birthday! Birthday happy. Salpo, thank you so much. Yes, I guess this is sort of like my model's birthday. It's my new model's birthday. You're witnessing a live model birth today, guys. Welcome in. I have a slassy voice. You trying to say classy? Like a classy voice? I do have quite a sophisticated manner of delivering my words to people, I assume. But my natural voice is a lot more on the vulgar side. Unless you'd rather like something like this, darling. It's funny because I was just going into me being a bit of a voice actor in the safe for work and safe for work, in the not safe for work and safe for work fields. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Bolts the Mechanic, retro mechanic VTuber. heavily inspired by a lot of classic PlayStation games like Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, throwing a little Sonic in there. I'm a retro variety streamer that does a bunch of content ranging from the educational and informative to the perpetually down bad. I have both a mommy voice and a daddy voice at the same time. Yo, that sounds awesome. Salpo, I've been following you for a bit, but I haven't had the chance to check out any of your streams lately. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. It really does mean a lot. What were you guys playing, if you don't mind me asking? No, you have a goat. You have a goat. Oh, they have a goat voice. That's funny. But thank you guys for all of the follows. Like I said, we are in the middle of a 2.0 debut where I am about to go. I have about 40 slides to go through where I am breaking down exactly who the fuck I am. You actually literally rated in at the moment where I am explaining to people who the hell I am. You don't sound like the goat. You are the goat. Cabo, you made it! I was playing GTA 5 Chaos Mod. It's great. Would not recommend. I spent 5 hours to finish one single story mission. I've not played a single Grand Theft Auto game in my entire life, if you could believe that. I probably should. Especially since, like, we just got the announcement of Grand Theft Auto 6. I should probably play Grand Theft Auto at some point in my life. Did you guys know that the original, like the OG, the first Grand Theft Auto game, that shit was on, like, the Game Boy? And it was just a top-down driving game. None of this open world crime stuff. That's crazy. Oh my god, you have to play San Andreas. It is so good. I've heard San Andreas is like definitely probably one of the better ones. Like a lot of the recent ones, like 3, San Andreas, and 5 have been like good. Like 5 I think is one of the most played video games ever made. I mean, it's been out for over a decade, so. That's a time to shine bright and show your killer feature. What's my killer feature? What? My breasts? Every time someone says my killer feature, I'm like, are you talking about my boobs? It's my boobs, isn't it? Ento, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. We're getting so many raids today, guys. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Cabo in the chat as well? Cabo, another lovely, adorable person who has contributed a lot to me, whether they are willing to admit it or not. My boobs are hilarious. Well, if you think they're so funny, maybe I'll just have them out. Get a good laugh. Go ahead, laugh it up, guys. Laugh it up, all right? Laugh it up, okay? Thank you for the shout. You deserve it, Cabo. This is super fucking early for you, isn't it? Like, I'm glad you made it, but... Oh, no, it's not! Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking of... God damn it, Kirby. I was thinking of a different time zone. Never mind. The bolt titties. Yes, you're in the USA now. That's awesome! Cause I always feel bad because we used to be in different time zones before. Like, dramatically different time zones. Like, you were 5 hours... Like, I think you were like 5 hours behind us or something like that. The bitties. Yes, the biddies, the memory cards, if you will. This is where all of my hopes and dreams are stored. But one final breakdown for all the lovely people that are here. I'm a retro variety streamer whose brand is all about... Basically, imagine if Chibi Doki was a Did You Know gaming video. That's pretty much the vibe we go for here. I am both an informative educational streamer sharing fun facts about some of your favorite anime, video games, and cartoons, and a notoriously down bad lewd adjacent streamer that does a bunch of content revolving around just going on and on about how perpetually down bad I am about everything and everybody. Whether it's your favorite video game character, favorite cartoon character, anime character, or like half the chat I'm perpetually down bad for. I don't know about you, but I'm craving some blue milk right now, if you ask me. That's the only reason why. No, not that milk! Alright, it'll do. It'll do. I'm gonna add a randomizer so that sometimes it's randomly blue milk. And I'll say I got it special from Yomi. You have Oni milk? Oh, right. That was that emote that you shared. I still have to make that. But yes, basically, I try to be, I technically count as a comfy streamer that a lot of people have said, despite my constantly screaming and cursing. But a lot of people, and I hope people in chat can continue to vouch for this, a lot of people like this garage because they describe it as a place where they can kind of just be their true unapologetic selves. Whether it's having a guest on stream or someone in chat, it's like, oh, I don't feel like I need to hide anything from the people here. And because I like to create an environment where people are able to just kind of cut loose and be who they want, celebrate and talk about the things that they love. Like, delve into your hyperfixation. Give me the hyperfixation, all right? I want to hear it. I want to share in it. So that's the kind of streamer that I am. That's the kind of streamer I want to continue to be. So that's who I am. And believe it or not, it took a while before we got to this point. Chapter 2. Where did this all start? I went into this a little bit before, but I'm going to go into a bit more detail about it now. Recapping, I needed an escape. It all started in November of 2022. Put a pin in that month for a second because Jesus Christ. I was going through a lot of personal stuff back then in late 2022. Broke up with fiance at the time. That was the year that my dog had passed away. I was going through like a lot of interpersonal stuff with friends and my coworkers, and I basically needed an escape. At the time, I was doing IRL streaming. I was sharing a channel with my partner, but obviously when we broke up, we weren't going to stream together anymore. The stream we were using was originally in my name, so it's like, oh, you can just do whatever you want with it, but I didn't want to go back to that stream. So the idea was, I'll just start a new stream from scratch. I wanted to start a new stream from scratch, and originally I was just going to do IRL streaming again. But I also weirdly developed this headspace that I needed to be, well, I don't think this is like a weird mentality. I wanted to be super well presentable whenever I streamed. So I would have to shave, if I was to stream, like say 4 times a day as an IRL streamer, I would have to shave every day. I'd have to put makeup on every day. That not only would eat into my day, but it would also like potentially damage my skin long term. There were like a bunch of factors that contributed to why I couldn't be an IRL streamer. Some of that was also me being a cosplayer. For those who don't know, I also do have a background in professional cosplay, so I guess I just had this elevated standard of how I wanted to present myself to other people. There was even a part of me that thought like, oh, what if I cosplayed every stream? And I immediately bashed myself in the head when I thought that, because I'm like, no, don't do that. So I thought about it for a second. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to come back to streaming, then how about I use an avatar? Why don't I use something in place of me so I don't have to show my face? So that way I can just, just stream the game and not think about anything. Because that was the whole idea. I just didn't want to think about anything. Boltz's cosplay is so smacks me. Yes. Oh man, that is something I wanted to include on like that trend that's going on Twitter where it's like share some facts that your community might not know about you. I have worked as a professional cosplayer for brands like Funimation, Aniplex of America, and Crunchyroll. I was even almost hired to work as a cosplayer for an indie animation, not indie animation. I think it's no, it started as an indie animation, but I think now it's like a Netflix show. I couldn't do it because I had other obligations at the time, but that was actually last fall. Now I think about it. It sucks, but it happens. I have since taken a massive step away from cosplaying ever since I started doing this full time. But I was even invited as a cosplay guest to to TechoCon. TechoCon, I think it was 2023. Which was like my first year of streaming as a content creator. And fun fact, Yomi, if you're still in chat, that is when I debuted my David cosplay from Cyberpunk, the Netflix show. So yeah, you posted this one IRL pic a while back and I was like, damn! Cosplays are amazing when Bolts do it. I would like to do more of them. But there came a point, and we'll get into this a bit later, where I had to kind of make a choice between if I wanted to continue cosplaying or if I wanted to continue streaming. And I more prioritized streaming because I was just getting more fulfillment out of that at the time. It was also around the time that I made a major decision, but we'll get to that a little later. The main thing that I want to be clear about this is VTubing was not a passion. VTubing was not a passion. VTubing was not a goal. The Fly, thank you so much for the follow. VTubing was not something that I took seriously at all. I was an asshole. And I want to be very clear. This is me being very open with you guys. I did not think a lot about VTubers back then. I legit thought it was just a dumb gimmick. Before COVID, I thought it was just a dumb gimmick that was going to die in like 2 years. I didn't have a lot of faith in it. I thought I wasn't really interested in it. I didn't really follow any of it. The only people that I knew about VTubing was, I knew about Iron Mouse, I knew Bao, and I knew Gouda, and that was only because of my friends. Were very big into it. I didn't think a lot of it. I thought, I admitted, this is me with egg on my face. Back then, like prior to late 2022, I looked down on it. And I just saw using an avatar as a convenience so I wouldn't have to show my face. That was it. So in November of 2022, I decided I'm going to get a virtual avatar made. And I'm going to have that be the thing. Thank you for the head pats. And I'm going to have that be the thing that that I use so that I can just stream without needing to worry about my appearance. I literally just saw it as a convenient means to an end. And this is why I will never invest in the stock market, because my predictions and opinions are wrong. Cause like, wow, was I wrong about everything? Like, there wasn't a single thing that I thought back then that turned out to be right at all. I am ashamed of myself. If I could go back in time, I would smack myself upside the head like, no, you idiot. Like, this is a legitimately cool, entertaining form of content creation that is continuing to make strides and is already showing signs of dominating the mainstream in just 2 years. Okay? At least you were open to being wrong. I will always be open to being wrong. I never think I'm the smartest person in the room. At all. At all. Like, I am always trying to absorb new information. I am always trying to learn new things. I pride myself, with the little amount of pride that I have, I pride myself on not being that dumb son of a bitch that, like, thinks they know more than other people. No. Even if I am, like, well-versed in something, I will never think I am the smartest person in the room about it. So, yes, I was wrong. This is what we call character development. This is the real vulnerable stuff. This is the real, like, cancel me on Twitter take. Hey guys, back then I kind of thought VTubing was shit. Now, ow. Dozia, thank you so much for the follow. Now it's become such an integral part of my life. I honestly can't see my life without it. That's how much has changed in just 2 years. What number slide is this currently? We are currently on 12. We are currently on 12. Don't applaud me. Like, admitting you're wrong shouldn't be this major thing that needs to be applauded. That's just like, that should just be basic human understanding and development. I understand that it's not, because the world sucks. But you know. So yes. So that was my mentality. So how does someone with that mentality make a VTuber model? Well, you go to someone with far more talent and artistic expertise than you will ever have in your entire life. Hi, Aaron. Are you still there? If you're not still there, fine. You're getting perceived whether you're here or not. So the man, the myth, the legend, Aaron Schmidt. The boy right there in chat. Longtime friend for God. How long has it been? Like 5 years maybe? It's been a while. Go perceive and go follow this lovely son of a bitch, because nothing that you guys see would be without them. You want to know what the creative here, let me bust it out for a second. Let me bust this out for a second for those who might not know. Okay? Because I did make this an item. Where are you? Should have had this.
Nice car.
The man, the myth, the legend. the amazing animator artist himself. Where the fuck is my items? This is what happens when you try to map everything to a button and you don't have a big enough, like, thing. I mean, I have a pretty big thing, but you know what? The thing with the buttons on it. Here it is. This is the 1.0 model. You can already kind of see the difference, can't you? Yes, go follow Aaron now because they just got back into streaming too. So go! Follow them, check out their art streams, support their content on their socials. Yes! Ah, the memories of the 1.0 model. The thing with the buttons on it is such a boomer thing.
Nice car.
I meant my stream deck! I meant my stream deck! So, Aaron is an amazing artist and animator, both them and their partner. Listen, I told you before, the art is beautiful. The rigging just could have been pushed more. Yes, and we will get to that in a second. So Aaron is an amazing artist and animator. Them and their partner are. Their partner even had the chance to work. Aaron has been a wonderful freelance artist. They do take personal commissions. They've also worked on. If you guys know this, they are the author and artist of the very successful Tinder Skitty comics. Remember those comics? You might have seen those art pieces around. They were kind of born from that meme with Markiplier saying he wanted to bang Skitty. I actually was given the honor of helping him write some of the chapters for those books. And if you have the first volume of that, which I actually have here on my desk, I am mentioned in the back as like thank you for coming up with ideas with him. So Aaron and I were already very tight, and I was already working with him in sort of an artist capacity for a while. And I thought, hey, Aaron's more talented than I will ever be as an artist. So why don't I just have him design the model? So the creative process for making this model literally boiled down to, hey, I just slid Aaron a post-it note. I literally just gave him a post-it note and with like some notes on it. Like I sent him a message. It's like, what were the things that I came up with? Hey, they have to be a Lombax, or at least Lombax inspired. I wanted them to be androgynous. I wanted them to be tan, and I wanted them to wear a suit similar to what Ratchet wears in the Ratchet & Clank future games specifically. Those were like the only notes that I gave him. Pocket Powers, thank you so much for the follow. Those were like the only notes that I gave him. Okay? Oh, and the side cape. I think I came up with the side cape. Those are the only notes that I gave him. Everything else that you see was Aaron's idea. Okay? Actually, I don't know why I put it away. Let me bring it out here so you can like actually see it. I'm like, here are some notes. Do something with this. Okay? So, the LEDs, Aaron's idea. The belt buckle, Aaron's idea. The tools on the waist, Aaron's idea. The hairstyle, Aaron's idea. Even arguably the most unique aspect about the model, the power button eyes, Aaron's idea. That was all him. Okay? Like, I cannot understate how much a lot of what made up my design and current branding stems from Aaron's creativity. He may not have been my model parent, like he's not the one that made the model or anything, but I consider him like my godfather, like my model godfather, basically. That is Aaron, okay? So I commissioned him to make the first bit of artwork for my model, and he's also the one that designed nuts, as well as a couple of other things. This is it. This is the first outline of Bolts the Mechanic. You know what? VTuber Godfather has a nice ring to it. There you go. It really is a fantastic model. It is. And the model, for the model, we can thank the lovely artists over at Art Circle Studio. Art Circle R Studio. So Art Circle R Studio, I'm not sure how I came across them. Now, Aaron did recommend me a couple of model artists. he recommended me a couple of model artists and riggers. There were a couple of people that he had in mind, like just generally talented people that he liked watching, and he slipped them my way. That'll be important later. They were unfortunately a bit outside my budget, and I really just wanted something standard. Again, did no research into any of this because I'm not good at all. Tolk! You made it! You missed it! You were in the lore video, dude! Speaking of the fun Eldritch horrors that I got to meet this past year, Tolk, can you believe that you're one of the first friends that I made in the VTubing community, you and Lamari? That's insane. Adore the design. Thank you, Pocket Paris. And thank you so much for the follow. But yes, Art Circle Art Studio. They were the people responsible for making the overall art design of my original 1.0 model. I say people because it is a website run by a team, by a group of artists. And they have worked on a lot of different and amazing things. Go yeet Sunny. I'm not going to yeet Sunny. Let's see. Commissions. Oh, here are some of the live 2D examples that they have. I think I liked their art style because it leaned sort of in like the anime direction. Thank you. But they were also like, they were within my budget. And again, I didn't ask for a lot. So I messaged them, and I don't have those messages anymore, so I don't remember the exact context of the conversation, but they were very responsive, very professional. Definitely go check them out. Again, they have a bunch of different artists who experiment with different art styles and stuff like that. They were the ones responsible for redesigning the model to be more live 2D-esque and basically creating like the original assets for it. The reason why I don't have those messages anymore is because I originally messaged them on my old Twitter account. For those who don't remember, the Twitter account I had after the first year and a half of being a VTuber got lost because, well, I deleted it because it was like permanently shadow banned. So the current one that I'm using is only about 2 years old, even though is only about like a year and a half old, even though I've been VTubing for about 2.5 years at this point. But as for the rigger, I ended up going to Ren Live 2D, who I think at the time when I reached out to them, they weren't as big as they are now. I checked their website for the first time in a while, and their like children is insane. There's probably going to be one person in their listing that you guys are very much going to recognize, but I don't even remember how I found them. I think I found them randomly on Twitter. They were pretty affordable. I think they were still new to rigging at the time. So we worked it out and everything was handled. Basically, I got the live 2D art and rigging all within 2 months, which is very fast compared to a lot of people, which also might highlight why some of the rigging and stuff like that is very limiting. This has nothing to do with Ren's talent as a rigger or anything like that. There was not that much communication between the artist and the rigger. I also didn't give a lot of good directions because it was literally like, do something with this. Like literally my whole, like the start of my whole VTuber journey was literally just giving things to people and telling them do something with it. But I highly recommend them. They did take a break from live rigging for a while, but I think they are back. So if you are looking for a good rigger, I would recommend them. And previous works, I know there's one person in here that's going to stick out to you guys. Hold on. As soon as the videos load. But yeah, since then, this was 2 years ago when I worked with them. Since then, they have just worked with so many crazy people. Like, see? They worked with Radia. See? And Adora Bunny and Your Last Chance. So they've worked with some amazing people in the past year. It's actually kind of insane that I was retroactively the model sibling of some of these people. But yeah, it is kind of insane. So make no mistake, they they were a great rigger, and they have only gotten better since then. I appreciate them so much for what they did with my original model. I will always value them as my, I will always value them and Studio as being like my first model parents. You guys, for someone that really didn't do that much or plan that much, I am convinced that I wouldn't have been able to make it this far had it not been for you guys. And the chances are they don't know about this video at all, but definitely go check them out. Give them a follow. If you're ever looking for good model artists or parents, definitely go check them out. Highly, highly recommend. I cannot overstate that. So, yeah. Despite doing everything wrong, somehow, you guys still wanted to be my friend. And I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. Stego, we're already friends. We've already talked in DMs numerous times. But I mean, like, for that first year, I want to say, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I had no plan. I planned some events here or there. I didn't do anything like crazy or out there. The year of 2023 was literally just me doing shit and then just happening to come across a lot of cool people. I came across the Outer Reaches people like Lamari and Tolk. I came across ID for the first time. I came across Yomi and Egg during the summer of 2023. Like, friendships that I still value and hold very near and dear to me started in 2023. And it was during a time where I was doing everything wrong. I don't get it. I tend to not think of myself as like a lucky person because like my RNG is shit, and some of you have heard my stories. Can't say, just want to say hi. All good. Appreciate you for stopping by. But yeah, despite all of that, somehow I ended up making friends that I would continue to value to this day. And it just blows my mind a little bit. It does. Like ID, we're like Tolk. We just passed probably the 2-year anniversary of when we first started talking. ID, we're probably coming up on the 2-year anniversary of when we just first started talking. I think August was around the time that Yomi and I first started talking. It's insane. It's genuinely insane to me. So, yeah, despite doing everything wrong, thank you guys for wanting to be my friend. Thank you guys for wanting to support me. For someone as directionless and as out there as I was, you all continue to take chances on me that my deep-seated insecurities and imposter syndrome will never be able to accept, but the part of me that trusts you guys and appreciates you guys also does accept it. Make no mistake, because you're cool. Thank you, Take Two. Okay, but just because I met some awesome people doesn't mean that I was in any better of a mental space. 2023 was a weird year of me just sort of being like, what the fuck am I doing, basically? And I hit a crossroads when we got to the end of 2023 where I was like, something needs to change. I need to do something. Do I just want to treat this as like a casual hobby escape, or do I actually want to do something with it? Because my mental health was getting better. And because my mental health was getting better, I stopped seeing streaming as an escape. I started seeing it as like a bonding thing. But I also started seeing so many people do all of these wonderful and creative things. Yomi probably was like the big inspiration for that, because at the time, Yomi was probably the closest person that I knew that I considered a friend that was just innovating the game at every step that I took. And I guess I kind of envied that in a way. I looked at that and I was like, wait, you could do that? You can do more than what I thought you can do with this. So, November of 2023, I was like, I gotta do something different. Oh, thank you, Zin. Thank you so much. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. So, okay, November of 2023, I'm like, something needs to change. Do I want to take this more seriously, or do I want to take this more passively? So I decided to take it more seriously. So I took a break. For like the month of November. into early December. December of 2023 is when I did like my first donathon. It was also around the time that I started doing scripted shorts. And this was around the time that ID and I started working together a lot more. I'm so happy that I met you and stuck around, Bolts. You've grown so much. I really appreciate you, ID, because this is your chapter right now. You're the one that helped me get my first jump start. ID's editing. This is when I started scripting a lot of shorts. And this is when like a lot more people started becoming overtly aware of me. Because my shorts really started to take off across multiple platforms. A lot of that is thanks to ID's editing. I also hired like additional editors as well, like Marquise, who has done editing for other content creators like Monarch and people like that. No, I actually at the time Rin Penrose was like a big inspiration for me. So I actually reached out to, so between ID and Marcus, who was actually the editor for one of the editors for Rin Penrose, with their powers combined, I was able to actually grow a platform. It was around this time that I also went viral, like leading into the following year, leading into 2024. That's when I went viral with the Rosalina clip. Yes, I went viral from thirsting. And you could argue that that's where it all started. Oh my God, it's so funny to me. So things were going well. I started planning in 2024. I started planning events better. I started growing on other platforms more. My YouTube channel started taking off. I think I hit like 6,000 subscribers over on YouTube within the first half of 2024. And I was even scouted by a small up-and-coming VTuber agency. Things were starting to look up and I was really, really happy. And then they didn't. So I haven't talked about this that much. I'm not going to go into that much detail about it. But I was recruited to a VTubing agency that ended up becoming a massive scam. The person who was in charge of it, despite teaching me quite a few things, turned out to not be a great person. And they have since been cut off from me and a bunch of other people's lives. I'm not going to go into the specifics of any of it. I want to go into the fallout because that fallout did fuck me up a little bit for a couple of months. It fucked me up because I was starting to see growth around this time on Twitch as well as my other platforms. My Twitch was still lacking a little bit despite, you know, my scripted videos performing very well. And when that fallout happened, I was scared. I was scared because I thought, oh, what happens when your growth is as a result of a bad person, you know? I started doubting myself again. I didn't think I was that good. Some people ended up taking what happened during that event and turned it into something more positive and stronger, but I was lost again. And I did have some great people that still helped and supported me behind the scenes. I reached out to more people. This was around the time that I met people like Hazy and Sunny and Cabo, who continue to help and support me behind the scenes to this day. But it really did fuck me up a little bit, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I kept streaming and I kept trying a bunch of different things. The fact that I was still able to maintain my growth was probably a good sign, but the fact that I had no idea where I wanted to go from there, it still felt like I was being held back. And I think a good chunk of that was probably trauma because I don't do well with people that like lie and take advantage of me. I think it's why I try to be like so protective of people that are near me and try so hard to like always like try to do something for other people, because I never want to feel like I'm indebted to people, because I feel like that opens the room to get taken advantage of, which makes it hard for me to accept genuine kindness for people, because genuine kindness doesn't need a return on it. You see where the spiral happens? Do you get it? Do you get it, guys? So that, a lot of good things happened in 2024, but there were also some bad things. And things went on and off like that for a couple of months until something happened during the summer. Something happened during the summer of 2024 that truly marked the beginning of something. Chapter 3, friends are good actually, and not something to be, ow! Why is it going down there? Why are my tits going down there? Are they not? Is it not? What the fuck? That's so weird. Why isn't it mapped to my model? Hold on. It moved because it was mapped to my model. Also, Prime, thank you so much for the sub. That's awesome. Phrasing, yeah. Let me fix it. Oh, there we go. Why the fuck is it? Why the fuck are you down there? Hold on. Oh, that's why. Let me fix that. There we go. Oh, I set it to a hotkey. That's why. Yeah, you're right. All right, fixed. Fixed. All right. So yes, friends are good, actually. I am a pious man. Nothing can stray me from the path of God. Sir, there is an adorable mechanic on Twitch being a goofy goober. Feral noises while subscribing. Thank you. Thank you so much. That does mean a lot to me. I had to drink my water. So yes, there were some bad things that still happened in 2024. And it took me a while to recover from them. But unlike what happened in 2023, where everything was very passive, there were a lot of interesting direct things that were happening in 2024. And this whole idea of like, I would not be here without my friends, this is where I think it all started. This was the year where it all happened, where it actually started. Like most stories, let me put my tits away. Like most stories, it started with an awesome, sexy goblin. What? Isn't that how most stories start? Am I wrong? Well, fuck it. This is how my story started. Oh, ad break? Damn it. All right, I'll wait a second. Because now we're getting into the beginning of everything. Now we're getting into the beginning of everything. Like most stories, Taco Bell chicken nuggets. Yes, this is also being watched on YouTube. If you would like to also switch over to YouTube to check out the video there. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. Hey Danny, over on YouTube. Yes, the sexy gobbo. The sexy gobbo themselves. Podge. I love Podge. No, not at all. Oh, I'm sorry. What if Hamlet started off with a sexy goblin, or Evangelion, or even finish it? I feel like most stories are just by default better with a sexy goblin. Yeah, if you guys hit exclamation point YouTube, you could probably watch the rest of the stream there. We do wonders over here. Dun 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 dun. Ah, had to crack my neck. Here, let me get real close and here, let me get real close. You guys were sniffing my feet earlier before. Let me get real close and did you guys bathe today? You brush your teeth? Wash your face? Did you drink water? Did you? I got a smear on my face. Would you get rid of that, please? Would you guys be kind enough to get that little smear off my face, please? Sonny! See, this is because you stayed up all night. You smell stinky. I'm gonna throw you in the bath. I should play the like the foghorn sound effect, like from SpongeBob. I was excited. I'm glad you were excited, but you also have to sleep. I had to take off of work to sleep in. I mean, did you at least try to sleep in? Everyone on the YouTube side of things, how you guys doing today? Done. There you go. Yes, please. Thank you. Everybody over on YouTube. Yes, we are also trying to like grow on YouTube as well. So I will continue with this because there is still a lot more to say. So, Podge. I wish you could do the Will Smith meme right here. Podge, lovely content creator. Arguably the first quote-unquote big content creator that I ever spoke to back when I first started VTubing. During that awkward time of like 2023 when I was like kind of casually making friends, I think Podge was the first VTuber that I actually reached out to because I liked their model, I checked out some of their content, and their DMs are open. So I'm like, okay, how can I reach out to them without sounding weird? Because I'm this content creator that literally has only been streaming for like 2 or 3 months. And I think I don't have the DM anymore because, again, that was my old Twitter account. But I think the TLDR of it was, golly gee willikers. No, it was hi, my name is Bolts. I'm a new content creator. I really love your model. I really love like the stuff that you do. I wanted to know if like there was any way that we could talk more. I can't remember if they put out like an open invite or something, but I basically said like, hey, I'd love to talk with you more, like see if we vibe or can game together and stuff like that. I'm still navigating the VTuber space. I'm not really sure how this works. And they followed me back and we talked on Discord, and they even were like, hey, I loved your message. You were probably one of the more respectable people that have messaged me. I like your design. Yeah, let's talk. Let's vibe. And we talked for like 2 hours. It was a really good time. We even got the chance to stream together. We did like a fun little Legend of Zelda stream where they were like a little goblin fairy. Like I was playing as Link and they were like Navi for me. So that was kind of cool. I would love to collab with them again. Obviously things are busy, especially with like con season coming up. But love Podge. Love their new design. Definitely go check them out because they are just the sweetest being. Them and their husband, hands down, like one of the best couples I think in the entire VTubing sphere. And I would love to work with both of them more in the future when things calm down. So please go check them out. But what does Podge have anything to do with this? Am I just like being unapologetically? Are they actually part of all this, or am I just trying to shout out my friends? Well, first off, I don't need a reason to shout out my friends. Secondly, Podge probably doesn't know this. Podge probably doesn't even know this, but the 2.0 arguably starts with her. So, for those who don't, so this happened around the summer of last year. Podge was doing a design critique stream. They were doing a design critique stream where they were like, hey, send me your models. I'll like say something I like about them and things that I think can be improved about them. So I just submitted my design, not really thinking much of it. I missed the stream, and obviously the VOD is from last year, so you can't really find it. So I'm going to paraphrase roughly what I remember happened. But, you know, they liked the design. They loved the power button eyes. They liked the futuristic mechanic motif and stuff like that. But they did think that some elements of the design were a little bit plain, particularly the gloves. They're like, hey, you've got like these nice silver gloves, but there isn't really anything on them. Like, what if you put something retro on them? Like a power glove. And that's where it started, everybody. The first idea, the first add-on to the model started with Podge during that stream. And I marked that in a notebook, and that has been in my notes for almost a year, because that's where it all started. So I immediately went to my model parent, and I think also as sort of an escape for all the stuff that had happened with that VTuber agency, because this sort of happened pretty much around spring. So think like March to like May, like during that time. And this stream was probably around like early summer. It was the same thing with me when I watched Joel critique my model. There we go. It's so funny. And the funny thing is, like, for all we know, those creators don't know the impact that they've had on all of this stuff. So even when I DM'd Podge like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, Podge, I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation. You actually did kind of help with my model. Can I have like PNGs and stuff? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, it's an honor, here you go. But I don't think they know that this is where it kind of all started. So yeah, I think sort of as an escape from everything that happened with that agency, and you know, getting a burst of inspiration from Podge making that suggestion, I went back to my model parent and I'm like, hey, can we add some toggles? So I added some hair, so I paid for some hair toggles, I paid for the power glove, I paid for a cool dual disc, I had all these ideas. And I never used them. These assets are still sitting on my computer. They have never been rigged or added to my 1.0 model. Ever. Like, arguably, this was all a waste of money. So, Funny how that works. Now, the reason was because my rigger at the time, Ren, there was a period during 2024 where they just weren't working on stuff anymore. I want to say like throughout the whole summer, they weren't working on anything. So that was kind of tricky because I had all of these assets and I'm like, well, I want to use them, but my rigging parent isn't available. They did recommend me other riggers, but it felt weird going to a different, but either those riggers were busy or it felt weird going to a different rigger and being like, hey, can you rig just these assets onto this model that was rigged by somebody else? That felt weird to me. So I never got these assets added. By the time he was available for rigging, this was like maybe around the fall. And around the fall is when I started thinking about other things. It was around the fall that I started cooking even more and thinking, okay, I think something needs to change. I think something needs to change because I started sitting down and taking a nice hard look at my model. Do you guys want to guess when this happened? Do you guys want to guess when I had this character introspection about my model and started planning the new one? Guess. Take a guess. Like, take a wild guess when this happened. 2 days. Very funny, Egg. Take a guess. Like, this is a pop quiz for those who have been paying attention. What month of 2024 did I start designing the new model? It was fucking November! It was November! So far, every November for the past 3 years, there has been a radical change in the way that I approach streaming and everything. So tune in to December of 2025 when I announce I've joined a VTuber agency. I'll join Socks or something. This comment can only age poorly. So, remember the curse of November. Except in this case, it's a blessing. So yeah, around October, early November, was around the time I started looking at my design and giving it like a genuine design critique. I started studying up on character design. I started studying up on different forms of media. I started reading books again because, yay. And I looked at, and I love my design. I will always love my design. I will always be nostalgic for this design, and I will always hold on to it. It might even come back in the future in like different shapes or forms. But I started seeing things that weren't necessarily bad, but could definitely be improved upon. Jumping off of Podge's critique, yes, there are some elements about the design that are a bit plain. The suit is a bit plain outside of the LEDs. The gloves are a bit plain. The cape is cool. It covers more than a third of the model, which kind of makes it fail the silhouette test, you know? And while there are a lot of cool features and unique ideas in the model, like the power button eyes and the hairstyle and just the fact of being a lomback, that is still relatively unique. A lot of those elements are very small. That's because we looked at more of like an anime-inspired design aesthetic, which means that even if you're watching this on a big screen, there are a lot of the things that like I want people to appreciate about the design. Oh no, I got hiccups. Please tell me I don't have hiccups. That would suck. That would suck if I got hiccups. Hey, Loveless. So I was like, oh no, okay. Jesus Christ, you scared me with that, oh, you scared me with that, Loveless. Thank you so much for the sub. Why did I hear the balloon sound effect? Oh, because I have Vinya open for some godforsaken reason. There we go. But yeah. Especially when like if you're watching on a big screen, even then it's hard to notice or appreciate a lot of the better details in the model. But if you're on a small screen like mobile, and this is like the business perspective, you got to look at some things, because it's like if a lot of your viewers watch you on mobile, they're not going to be able to appreciate a lot of those details if they're not pronounced. So I'm like, okay, and once more, my model just didn't have a wow factor to it.
there just wasn't anything. There were a lot of things about the model that I think people can come in and be like, oh, that's nice. I don't think there's anything about the model or the design that made people come in and be like, that's fucking amazing. I don't care who you are, what you're about, I'm staying. This is not a critique on the rigging or the model art or on Aaron's design. All of that is fantastic. This is a limitation on you guys brought out the most of my limited shitty ideas. But that got me thinking, if I actually went into a design thinking something bigger, if I actually went into this design the right way, thinking of things that I have arrived to troll, congrats on the debut, thank you, Gecko. If I went into this more so thinking like, what if everything had a purpose? What if everything had an intention? What if I actually did my due diligence and research? And then we still kept up that level of quality with the model art, the rigging, the original design. Where would that take me? So originally, and I brought this up with my manager at the time, who I still think wants to remain anonymous about being my manager, so I will respect that decision. But remember, I did have a manager for like a third of 2024. And to this day, I still appreciate all the help and support that they gave me behind the scenes. I'm so happy that they are working on other things and with other clients right now. If you're in chat, you know who you are. But I did go to them with this proposal. It's like, hey, I want to redesign my VTuber. And originally they were a bit hesitant. Not because they were against the idea, but because even redesigning and rebranding does come with some hiccups. It can come with some hiccups, especially when like my conceit was that I wanted to go in a more furry, cartoony direction. They're like, hey, some people might not like it. Some people might be turned off by it. You might lose people. Is that something that you're comfortable with? Squeegee! Squeegee's here! Do not go anywhere, Squeegee! I'm literally just about to get to you! Squeegee! Welcome in, Squeegee! Yes, you're here! Hello! Welcome in, Squeegee! Welcome in, Raiders! Hello, everybody! My name is Bolts the Mechanic, retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of mine and maybe some of your favorite video game franchise of all time like Ratchet, Clank, Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, etc., etc. I'm a retro variety streamer. I felt bad I was streaming during your debut, but I'm here now. No, Squeegee, you legitimately came at like the perfect time. You are legitimately next on my slides. Like, you are hands down next on my slides. Not even kidding. You came at the perfect time. Oh my god. Welcome in, Squeegee. For those who don't know, I'm a retro variety streamer, heavily inspired by a lot of classic retro mascots and early games like Ratchet & Clank, Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Ow, Sonic, etc. I do a lot of retro variety stuff, from sharing fun facts to being down bad about some of our favorite video game, cartoon, or anime characters. We are an 18+ stream. I do a little bit of voice acting at the safe work and not safe work variety, and we do skew a little bit more towards the lewd side as far as humor and stuff goes. If any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider dropping a follow. If not, I completely understand. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. We are currently in the middle of my 2.0 debut. This new model that you see before you, this is its first ever stream. We are showing it off right now to everybody, and I am just in the middle of a PowerPoint presentation where I am breaking down how all of this came to be. And literally, Squeegee, you came at the perfect time, because I was just talking about how towards the end of 2024, around like late fall, early winter of 2024, I was sitting there thinking and coming up with a new design. And I talked with my manager about like how I wanted to make this new design. Cause, you know, hey Squeegee, does this PowerPoint look familiar? Does it look familiar? I realized that there was a lot that could be improved upon. Now, originally, after my manager was like completely, my manager was hesitant about everything, because they're like, hey, you could lose followers, especially if you go in this more exaggerated direction. You could lose followers. People might not like it. Rebranding is hard. Are you comfortable with that? And I said yes. And once they saw my conviction, my manager was 100% on board. And it's like, okay, let's brainstorm. So we brainstormed for a bit. I wrote down a couple of ideas, and the original idea was that I was just going to like write down everything and then, similar to before, pass it off to Aaron. I was gonna write a slightly longer post-it note of ideas and pass it off to Aaron and have him fill in the blanks. Thank you guys so much for the follows. I really, really appreciate this. But then I had an epiphany. Bolts, you have friends. You have friends that have on record numerous times said that they are willing to help you with anything. You even have a friend that is a professional character designer. You could probably just reach out to them and they can help you. So I reach deep within myself and I'm like, okay, let's squash the insecurity for a second and let's at least reach out to Squeegee, because I had known Squeegee for a few months at this point. I'm still blown away at how much Squeegee has welcomed me in with open arms. They've welcomed me into their chat. They've welcomed me onto their streams to share my hyperfixations about Ratchet and Clank. Yes, there's a video on their YouTube channel where I just go off about Ratchet and Clank to them for like 3 hours. I originally found Squeegee through their YouTube videos because they had blown up through their character critique YouTube videos, and I've been following them ever since they started getting back into streaming. And originally, if I remember correctly, Squeegee, you put out a post saying that like you wanted to have people on board to share their hyperfixations, and I put it out there and you immediately responded. I'm not sure if I was the first person, but I'm still honored that you trusted me with that. I am still honored to consider you a friend, and I love and value you deeply. So I swallowed whatever insecurity that I had, and I'm like, Bolts, just DM them. What's the worst that could happen? They already kind of offer these services, like, on their streams and stuff. Like, why? Just do it. Like, Squeegee is just a really cool bean, even if they did threaten you in the back of the head with a gun that one time. We don't talk about that. So meet Squeegee, my other model godparent. If Aaron is my model godfather because they came up with the overall design, Squeegee is my model godparent because legitimately, I mentioned before that like Podge started this with like the PowerPoint, with like the Power Glove suggestion. If Podge was like the match or the spark, Squeegee was the firewood. Squeegee was the firewood provided to that creative, to get that creative smoke going. Because Squeegee went above and beyond for me. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, I am honored and blessed to have so many cool people in my life consider me friends. And that's why, like, this whole debut, this isn't about me. This is about you guys, just as much, if not more, because I am not here without you guys at all. So for those who don't know Squeegee, say hi, Squeegee, in chat. Go follow them. They do design critiques almost every week. I saw that you were working on a mascot design for Otakon, which is one of the conventions that I work at as press. So that is crazy. I'm gonna check out the VOD later. I couldn't lurk today because I was too busy prepping for the debut. But they are an art educator, they are a professional character designer and critiquer, and a lot of their streams are generally like that. They break things down and very respectfully and professionally go into like why some design elements work and why some don't, whether it's for other VTuber models, for even for a lot of video games and other things. Yeah, I was thinking that while I was working on it, I was like, this relates to Bolt somehow too. Oh yeah, because I think I told you that I've worked press at conventions, so it's kind of funny how that all worked out. But yes, I reached out to them and they were like, okay, I love it, let's do this. First, I'm gonna need like a breakdown or a mood board or just something, or just something that goes into what exactly it is that you are looking for. Oh, Squeegee, Aaron, the person in chat, is the other model godparent. They're the ones who developed the first design sketches that I showed you back when we were working on this design. So my godparents are in chat right now, and I am being perceived. So, what you're about to, these next 2 slides are literally what I sent Squeegee. I made a PowerPoint, I made a separate PowerPoint to give to Squeegee so that they could get a solid idea of what it is that I was looking for. I wanted to lean less anime and more cartoony. I wanted more softer rounded edges. I wanted more exaggerated facial features. Maybe nuts and bolts inspired earrings. We gotta have the tail because people kept asking me, Bolts, where the hell is your tail? And you guys want to know where my tail was this whole time? Genuinely. Because yes, you're a Lombax, so why don't you have a tail? You want to know where it is? You want to know where it was? Simple. I legitimately forgot. I legitimately forgot to add a tail to my design. Because I am not smart at all. This is why I need to talk to people smarter than me. Oh my god. Oh, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Roxa. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, I've had to introduce myself so many times. Say, my name is Bolts the Mechanic, retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of my and maybe some of your favorite video game franchises of all time, like Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, etc., etc. I'm a retro variety streamer that goes from both ends of the spectrum, whether it's sharing retro fun facts about your favorite cartoons, anime, or video games, or just being perpetually down bad about some of your favorite cartoons, anime, and video games. Today, you're in the middle of my Model 2.0 debut, where we are doing a presentation, and I am literally breaking down how all of this came to me, because I would not be here without any of my friends, and I want to make sure they get the proper attention that they deserve. So we were just going into the designs, the things that I explicitly wanted to keep in mind. So obviously this is longer than a post-it. With Aaron, I only gave him like a post-it of like 6 ideas. Here, I gave Squeegee like a whole PowerPoint presentation. We wanted to go in a more furry direction, so we wanted like to have more skin, fur textures and stuff like that. We wanted to keep the general physique and color palette. I didn't want it to be a completely redesign. I wanted it to be an upgrade. And we wanted to have like more, we wanted everything to be a bit more exaggerated, disheveled, like just more personality that went into all the different design aspects. And even here, these are where all of the inspirations came from. Yes, even that guy from ZZZ, whose name I still can't pronounce because I can never remember it. But yes, here are a couple of the design inspirations that I sent. Ideally, so my ideal is, yes, the I'm not a furry, but that is legitimately the thought process I want people to have when they see my model. D-Sync, yes, thank you for the happy debut. Can we get a shout for D-Sync as well? Oh, thank you, D-Sync. You laughed heartily at that. I'm glad. I'm glad you roll with my sense of humor so much. I really do appreciate that. Oh my god. But yes, we wanted basically a lot more. We wanted to lean more furry, and we wanted a lot more like eye-catching elements. Lycan kind of like Lycan because the name means lycanthropy, I'm pretty sure. Ah, interesting. Well, obviously he was an inspiration because the whole thing about like ZZZ and Lycan specifically is that he really brought out a lot of the I'm not a furry but people. So, and now that other girl is doing that for people with the latest patch in the game. That's what I wanted to be for people. I wanted people to like see my model and be like, I'm not a furry, but I just wanted to be attention grabbing. I wanted to literally wear like my retro stuff on my sleeve, and I wanted to really pull people in with, I wanted to grab people's attention immediately, because especially from like a business perspective, as a VTuber, as a content creator, when people rate into you or when people find you on Twitch or YouTube, you only have so long before you potentially lose people's attention. And yes, that is up to me as a creator to maintain people's attention, but I didn't want my model to be seen as boring. I didn't want my model to be, I didn't want this new design to be something, I wanted this design to be something that helped grab that attention. Like, I'll make you guys stay, but I want this to be the door open into like seeing what you've got. I think you forgot the sleeves. No, I don't have sleeves. I don't have sleeves. I just have this. I just felt like, you know, taking it off because, you know, we were talking about like wow factor, and, you know, it's hard to talk about wow factor without talking about the boobs. So yeah, for real though, I like the tech references all over. Yep. We even got these. So the Game Boy on my pouch is specifically a reference to the Game Boy printer. You guys remember that? You guys remember the Game Boy printer? The Game Boy printer, which I think won a world record for being like the smallest printer ever, even though it doesn't print like a traditional printer, like it doesn't use ink. What it did was it was like special printing paper where like the thing pressed into the paper and heated it up so that way you could get the picture out. I wish my Game Boy printer still worked. I loved that little guy. I never had one, but all of my friends did. And on the playground, it was the shit. It was the shit. Loved it. So, yeah, this is what I sent Squeegee. And with their permission, this is what they legitimately, I sent this to them like a day or two before we got into a call. And then when we got into a call, immediately they sent me this. What you're looking at is the first ever design sketch for Bolts 2.0. Squeegee made this with all of my specifications in mind, with their own suggestions and ideas. Ow! Thank you all so much for the follows. So yes, this was, thank you everybody that's like coming from Squeegee's chat, or anyone who's, I don't know why you'd be hesitant about following Squeegee. They're an amazingly talented and unique content creator. Please go follow them. But like, this is the start. Okay? Like I said, Podge was the spark. This is the actual start. Thank you, Mika. So as you can see, we went the original design concept was shirtless. Kept a lot of influences from the previous design. Like the cape is still there, the shoulder is still there. Originally, now in the sketch, it shows I still have the same goggles and hair. But we actually talked a lot about that. We talked for like 2 hours, I think, or almost 2 hours. I'm so glad you went even more exaggerated than I did. It's so good. No, hands down. No, because here's the thing. You gave me this outline, Squeegee, but like, I just added more to it based off of the things that we talked about during that consultation, during that call, because like we made the hands bigger, like the gloves bigger, similar to Ratchet's gloves in the game. We decided to make the cape a bit more disheveled and a bit more like torn up. The pants went for more, not only, it's like a mix between like actual mechanics pants, because mechanics do wear like baggy pants and clothing, because you don't want to wear anything too tight, especially when you're going underneath a car working on things. But also there's a bit of like a, God, what's the word I'm looking for? What are those people that like go on adventures in the desert? What are those called? Like outlanders, or stop sucking my leg, Kirby. There's a name for it. Someone in chat will say it. You don't want them too baggy either. No, it's like the perfect amount of bagginess right now. And look, even in the original design, you still kind of see the feet and stuff. We were trying to figure out what we wanted to do with the boots and everything. So you can already see, here, let me put my cape back on. You can already see where some of like the design influences started. There's a real good reference to work from involving the design. Yeah. But funny thing, you milked me. Damn it, Shadow. Funny thing is, this wasn't what I gave you, Aaron. I gave you a slightly more updated design, which we will get to in a second. This is just where it all started. And a lot of things Squeegee recommended. Squeegee recommended some artists and riggers. Squeegee did also push a bit more for like more exaggeration, more cartoony features. Like, what if you made the eyes bigger? What if you made the head bigger? What if, I love these two, you gave me so much good advice that day. You also were the one that recommended a stylistic change. Like, hey, instead of worrying so much about what you're wearing, why not have the style of the model itself reflect the aesthetic and ideas that you're going for? So why not have like actual retro things, not only on the model, but expression-wise and stylistically have it reflect that retro feel too. And it's funny because you actually did recommend me an artist that Aaron also recommended, who I will get to in a moment. But yeah, this was the original design sketch. Now there was something that we both had trouble with, and it was the hair. Aaron, I love the design of the hair that you did with the 1.0 model. Wow, we were on the same page. That's so fun. Yeah, like literally you and Aaron recommended the same model artist to me. And I'm very lucky that I actually ended up getting to work with them, but we will get to that. We still have about like 2 or 3 more slides before we get into that. Because I remember one thing that we were having a bit of difficulty with was the hair. Because while the hair is cool, it's definitely cool, for a furry, it's a little bit too short and detailed. Like, when you look at it from a, and this is going to sound ironic, when you look at it from like a kind of realistic perspective, it's a little difficult to see like where the fur starts and where the hairline starts. Because the hair worked if we looked at my original model as having skin. But if we're looking to go more furry and anthropomorphic, then we needed a more defined hairline. So we ended up simplifying the hairline a little bit and went with something a bit more anime inspired. As for where that inspiration came from, well, that's where I also have more friends to thank. Aaron, Sunny, ID, and Hazy. I remember getting into a call with you guys in the Discord, and originally I wanted to reach out. Originally, I reached out to, yes. Originally, I reached out to Hazy because I'm like, hey, can we go over like some design details? But then like ID and Sunny also joined in the call, and Desync was also there. It was a big like group call with a bunch of people, and Sunny actually gave me. They let me in on their stash. They gave me some Pinterest links. That is just anime wigs. Hold on, can I, David, click on it? No. So it was just Pinterest links. Look at all the hair, guys. Look at all that hair. This was the girls, and this was the guys. We spent like an hour going through different hairstyles and designs. Like, trying to figure out what would work for the outline, like, what kind of vibe we were going for, etc., etc. So we went through a lot in this call. While, like, ID, me and Sunny were going through, like, all of the designs, while Hazy was off to the side, like, sketching different things on the outline that Squeegee gave me. It's such a good reference for hairs. That's so fantastic. Yeah, no, I wanted to be thorough. When I say I wanted to make sure I was taking this seriously, I hope it's been showing so far that this is the complete opposite mentality of how I took with my 1.0 design. I tried to think of everything that went into this. And I also didn't want the advice or suggestions or talents of the friends that I was relying on go to waste. Like, because this isn't just a reflection of me anymore. This is a reflection of you guys being fantastic. Squeegee, ID, Sunny, Hazy, Aaron. This is all you as well, okay? So, like, these were the design influences that we ended up settling on with, like, you know, we thought maybe a ponytail, like maybe a more realistic ponytail, but also, like, wanted to go for some bangs so we could properly separate the hairline from the fur. And Hazy, who recently just had a debut, definitely go check her out as well. Hazy took the outline that Squeegee made, drew over it with different hairstyles, and this was the one that we settled on. Hazy was the one to come up with the side braid idea, and we settled on like these bangs. Originally, we were sort of thinking of like a longer ponytail, like a more realistic ponytail that kind of went down and over the shoulder, but we thought, we're going exaggerated anyway. Let's keep the upwards ponytail. Is it realistic? No, but who the fuck cares? Like, we're allowed to do that. We're allowed to do that and get away with that. So, between this outline sketch and, on top of all of this, you'll also notice some slight differences. There were also 2 big suggestions that Sunny and ID made. More so Sunny, because Sunny is, like, my furry friend. I didn't know a lot of furries prior to this. Sunny, I distinctly remember Sunny yelling at me in chat, Bolts, make sure there's shading on the nose. Make sure there is shading on the nose. Because if there's no shading, if you want to go more furry, if you want to have a snout, make sure you get that shading on the nose. Because if there's no shading on the nose, it just looks like you have a normal nose. And Like, there's a big difference between like an actual furry and say just like a cat person, you know? Make sure you had that. I got yelled at. I got yelled at about this, okay? Like, this was important. Sunny never yells at me. But they were like, no, we got to get that shading on the nose. And they also made another suggestion. Because as you guys can see in this sketch, in this early design sketch, I'm shirtless in this early design sketch. I'm shirtless in this early design sketch because that was originally the idea. The original idea was the model was going to be shirtless. There was a meta lore reason for this. The reason why my character Bolt wears a full bodysuit has to do with their backstory. They didn't like showing their skin. They didn't like exposing themselves because their body was covered in scars. And they were very self-conscious about that. So I thought that it would be a good like narrative / meta thing if I could make my model shirtless, because it's like, oh, it's like I'm liberating myself. We're taking off the suit and exposing us for the world. And in fact, if you look here, this is a detail I didn't talk about yet. You see this sash around my waist? This was something that Squeegee recommended. This sash around my waist is actually my old suit. It's my old suit, torn and battered, but I'm still keeping a part of my previous design on me, wrapped around my waist. So that's what we ended up going with. And I like that. I like that it feels like we're still keeping things very like a lot of this is still very personal. Yes, there were two parts of my brain that went into a lot of this. There was a business side of it. There was like a research side of it that was looking into it from like okay, will this work for like memes and doing this type of content, etc. But there was also like, I still wanted everything to feel very personal. I wanted everything to still kind of circle back to everything. So that's what we ended up doing. And I really do appreciate Squeegee for coming up with that idea where it's like, hey, like wrap it around your waist, like you're already going for the disheveled look, keep a little bit of your previous design in there. So I loved that. I loved that so much, and I love you guys so much. This finally gave us all of the notes that we needed for the 2.0 design. But I didn't explain the shirtless thing yet, because obviously I'm not shirtless, and no, it's not because I have tits now. That came later. The reason why I am not shirtless anymore is because Sunny also yelled at me, hey, you might want to wear something, because yes, you are a furry and you're not really going to show nipples or anything like that, but Twitch sucks about terms of service. And they are cracking down on more furries, like male furries that are being bare-chested and stuff like that. Even though we are still going for androgynous and androgynous, and because I'm non-binary, the fact that they were cracking down, like my body was still quote-unquote male-presenting. So we were worried about Twitch striking that down. So we're like, okay, I'll talk about it with Aaron when we're like developing the full design. We'll come up with something for my model to wear. Thank you for that, Bats. So now, back to Aaron. Back to Aaron, you son of a bitch. Yes. So here is some of the first design sketches for the new model based off of the old model. We decided to keep a similar color scheme. We kept some of the original design quirks. And this took about a month. This was about a month of trial and error. After I had that call with Squeegee, and I thanked them profusely for everything, for being just an amazing person and a friend that I would really love to talk with you again more when things settle down. I know you took a break from socials and everything. That's totally fine, but it would be cool to call and catch up again, because I can't understate how much I appreciate you with all of this. And Squeegee wanted to be involved. Squeegee was like, hey, keep me posted on how things are going, because I can really see like how Squeegee legitimately was just like, I want to see you succeed. So I hope this works out. Keep me posted, and like any other design critiques. So there was a bit of back and forth for about a month, like throughout the month of December, I think. It was me talking with Aaron, coming up with design sketches, sending it to Squeegee, getting their feedback, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That happened for about a month. I'm so down to catch up with you whenever. Yes, Aaron, you and Squeegee, I really want to catch up with you guys. But that back and forth, it was very helpful. And we added and we even added some things, as you can see, based off of like just things that we would come up with. Like the original design didn't have a DS on the arm. But I thought, oh, like the left arm seems a little plain. Like we got the power glove on one arm. Should we just put a power glove on the other arm? It's like, no. What if we put we already got the Game Boy. What if we put a DS on the arm? Yeah, okay. Do you want boots on the design? It's like, no, feets. Because we need feets. Arguably, this was a bit of a marketing thing because, you know, toe beans are very popular, especially in like the furry world. But like, I also thought it would just be cool to like go for the bandage wrapped feet instead of like shoes or boots and stuff. So I really like how that came out. Okay. So, but as you can see over here, we have chest wraps. It helps with the bottom weighting of the design a lot. I'm glad. Even Squeegee can be like, you studied for a lot of this. I did, because I also didn't want to just go to Squeegee with like an empty head. I wanted to also show Squeegee that I was taking things seriously, because no joke, Squeegee, not just that call, but even everything prior to it, I lurk in your streams all the time. I try to study character design as well. Like, I don't want to understate the influence that you had on a lot of this. So, the chest spines, we got to talk about that for a second because there's an interesting story around it. Originally, my character was flat-chested, and yes, they were originally going to be shirtless, but we couldn't go with that. So we thought a couple of different things. We thought like, oh, what if they wore like a tank top or something, because, you know, mechanics wear tank tops sometimes when because of like the hot garage and stuff like that. And then I thought, what about chest spines? That's kind of unique. We could get away with that. So we'll do chest spines. And I sort of needed to explain a few things to Aaron, which gets into the funny part of our calls, because I had to explain what chest spines were to Aaron, and it helps that we were both watching Shangri-La Frontier at the time. For those who don't know, Shangri-La Frontier is a fairly popular anime that's just a bunch of gamers playing like this really cool video game. And there is a bunny girl, an actual bunny girl, not a bunny girl, like a rabbit. There's a rabbit character in the show called, fuck, what was their name? Blanc? The fact that you threw a Belak, yeah, Belak reference at me at the height of my Shangri-La obsession ascends me every day. Yeah, there were points where Aaron was like, oh, I'm not really sure like where this is gonna go or anything like that. The minute I sent them this fucking screenshot, where it's like, hey, let's do chest spines like this and maybe like hair tufts like this, you guys can see it, right? You can immediately see how he just used Belak to fill in the blanks. He even jokingly called it Ratchet and Belak. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's where the chest spines came in, and there we go. We don't have to worry about violating terms of service. I also had to explain what a knot was. Don't ask me what that is, because there is a nude reference for this design too. Because I did also, one thing that I also baked into this design was also working on NSFW work. Back in 2020, last year, I started doing more NSFW work. I started doing more NSFW voice acting, and I wanted to create some synergy between my not safe for work stuff and my safe for work stuff. So I wanted the model to be able to reflect both. So there is a nude reference for this design as well, and I had to explain things to Aaron that he did not normally know. So that was an interesting back and forth. The references I sent him, cause oh boy, was it was a fun time, right, Aaron? It was a fun week of me sending you references. I will never be the same after those talks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Are people trying to sneak not safe for work stuff onto their model onto it? No, it's not that I was trying to sneak anything onto it. It's just that I wanted a nude reference for my model so that I could get more NSFW artwork of my model that I could post on my NSFW accounts. It's that simple. But I wanted a nude reference to go with like the full-on reference. And that ended up working. And now what you see here is the final initial reference for Bolts. This was the birth of Bolts 2.0. And as you can see, the design became very malleable across many different art styles. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Wait, is the style inspired by Wok Fu? Who's Wok Fu? So I love it so much. As for the chest, so yeah, if you saw in the previous thing, I still look pretty flat-chested in the original design. This was something that got changed during the model art process. Wok Fu is a French anime series. No, it's inspired by Shangri-La Frontier, which is a Japanese anime. Not a lot changed about the design as things went on. Like, we started being more specific with like the hair tufts and stuff like that, especially to reflect the model, because I started getting artwork made around the time that the live 2D art was being made. Obviously, yes, I have tits now. That was not the original plan. The original plan was that I was going to be flat-chested. Then I thought, well, if I'm being a furry, if I'm using chest spines, I might as well put like a little bit of a chest bump there, because, you know, the whole point of chest spines is that you're trying to wrap something back, hold it back, you know? And I looked at sources like Has Been Hotel, where it was like, oh, Angel Dust. That character has like, he's like busty, but he's a guy. He's a spider. He's got spider hair fur in his chest, but he like moves around like he's got tits. So I'm like, oh, why don't I just make it like well endowed, but the joke is that it's all hair. And then I sat and thought about it more, and I'm like, why don't I just give myself tits? Like, just do it. Like, who cares? Like, really lean into the androgyny of the whole thing. So I did. Oh crap, my girlfriend called me for dinner. Gonna lurk for a bit. I got a jet. No problem. No problem, Aaron. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, just give in to him. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, let's just go with the tits. Wait, Angel Dust is male? That's impressive design. Yes, Angel Dust is a guy. He's a guy. He's a spider, and spiders are hairy. So the idea is that the breasts that he has, quote unquote, is his spider fur. So I'm like, fuck it. I just have tits. Bolts, what do you have downstairs? Don't worry about it. I don't care. Like, this is, just have fun with it. Just go all out with it. We're leaning into the cartoony and exaggerated, and that reflects in all of the artists that I went out to and commissioned. This art piece right here literally just got done like yesterday, and I fucking love it. We went from Ratchet has a wrench, Ratchet has a wrench, Rivet has a hammer. I've got a screwdriver the size of a mallet, and I will beat you all down. I love this. It's like a mix of comic booky with inspired squash and stretch from cartoons, with the wrapped in an overall baseline of Ratchet and Clank. That is what I was going for. That is what we got, and I could not be more happy. This is where the design more or less finished. So there was one artist that I really, really wanted to work with. This was an artist that I said was recommended by Aaron way back when I made my 1.0 design. The artist that I originally said was outside my budget, and who coincidentally was one of the artists that Squeegee recommended when they said, why don't you go for like, look at it stylistically different. Go for something a bit more stylistic. I want you all to say hi to Bell Beeps. Bell Beeps, my live 2D artist parent. So they came at Aaron's recommendation. They also came at Squeegee's recommendation. Yes, otherwise known as Izzy. They are a lovely non-binary artist, live 2D artist in Rigor. They've done a bunch of different stuff. I don't know if they're still streaming now. They were streaming earlier today. But I originally reached out to Izzy way back in 2024. I was originally toying with the idea of getting a new design around 2024. When Podge first made that suggestion for the Power Glove. I thought, I got a bit more money, maybe I can get a new design. Is it 3? It's 1L. BELBEEPS. Yeah. Not two E's. Yeah. They actually just designed this logo. Like, they just changed their logo, and it looks really good. But yeah, I almost hired them back in 2024. We got conversations going, but then it didn't go anywhere. I technically ghosted them, and I feel really bad about it. I feel really bad about it. Like, we were in talks for a minute, and then I just disappeared because Summer got very overwhelmed. I think it was around the time, like, all of that, that VTuber group scam stuff happened, that I just completely forgot to message them. And I felt like garbage for, like, when I went back and realized, oh, I stopped talking with them. I felt so bad. Like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. Izzy's a sweetheart. They didn't take it personally. So many fucking sweet, awesome people. It, like, I don't deserve you guys. Like, I genuinely do not deserve you guys. You're all such sweet and amazing and awesome people. But yeah, I DM'd them back, and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry that I went off the grid for a bit, but I do want to hire you if you are free. They said, hey, let's switch it over to email. We switched it over to email, and they were like, hey, I was actually thinking of, like, taking a break from taking on new commissions. Their commissions are closed right now, unfortunately. Kimia, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. You've come just in the middle of my live 2D presentation. Hello, everybody. My name is Bolts the Mechanic, Retro Mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of my and maybe some of your favorite video game franchises of all time, like Ratchet & Clank, Jack and Daxter, like Cooper, Sonic the Hedgehog, etc., etc. We encompass both sides of the retro variety streamer spectrum, whether it's sharing fun facts about some of your favorite consoles, video games, cartoons, or anime, or thirsting heavily over them. We're an 18+ stream that does humor revolving a bit, leaning a bit more into the sussy and suggestive, as I am also a voice actor of the safe work and not safe work variety. But we make sure, ow, we try our best to make sure that everybody has a good time. And thank you guys so much for the raids and the follows. I appreciate, even though I'm not shouting at everybody that's following me because it's happening in the middle of the presentation, but I am getting a note about it every time I get hit in the face with a PlayStation. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot to me. And I hope you had a lovely stream. Kimia, thank you so much. You're playing Spyro. Perfect. Perfect. You guys came to the right place then. But yes, I reached out to Bell Beeps, and they're like, hey, let's switch over to email. And originally they were like, I'm actually not thinking of taking on any new commissions this year. I think that's still true. I don't think they're taking on, I think they're still in the middle of finishing old commissions and personal projects, but they weren't going to take on any new commissions. But they're like, but since you and I were already talking last year, you're technically still a client, like kind of loopholing it a little bit. Like, you're technically a client that I was still quote unquote working with last year. So I can still do the model. If you're interested. So that's what happened. And I don't think I need to I really need to show Squeegee's work. No, sorry, not Squeegee. I really need to show off Bell Beeps' work, because when I say I wanted to go for something cartoony and exaggerated, look at this. Look at their artwork, the thick lines, the contrasting colors, the exaggerated proportions. It is gorgeous. It is all so beautiful. And the fact that they not only work with a bunch of VTubers that I look up to, but the fact that they also came with the recommendation of both Aaron and Squeegee, I'm like, I have to make this happen. I have to make this happen. And like, I shared them the design. I told them Aaron made it. They also love Aaron's artwork, so that was also the fact that the design reference I gave them was Aaron's artwork was also a big plus for them. So and they also talked. They talked back and forth. Oh my god, it felt like I was working with a team, like the Avengers or something, because everybody was communicating with each other. Everyone was talking back and forth about like interests and ideas and sharing ideas, and it was like, I don't deserve you guys. So this went on. The model art took about, I originally commissioned them like at the beginning of January, and it took about 2.5 months to get the model artwork done. Now, originally I was thinking of having Squeegee also do the rigging on top of the model artwork. But because they do offer those services, and I think my model is the first time they gave their artwork to a different rigger. They usually do everything like uniform, and generally that is safer. Like, if you have an artist that does live 2D art and rigging, just have them both do the same, because it's like, oh, well, that way you don't have to like constantly go to different people. I can't explain why, but then I came across randomly. Oh, did I Tigray. Why did I not finish writing Tigray's name? I'm so sorry. Then I came across Tigray. Tigray Lion. Randomly on Twitter. Absolutely randomly on Twitter. Because they did a content creator that I was following at the time shared a new furry model that they had get done. This was the difficult thing, actually. Leaning in a more furry direction unfortunately meant that I wasn't going to have access to certain artists, modelers, or riggers, because some people either don't like or don't have a lot of confidence that they could do furry stuff. So I'm really happy that Belvius was able to do furry stuff. And when I saw that, let's see, model rigging should be one of them. Yeah, this one. This one specifically I saw on Twitter. So when I saw the fun bouncy rigging that was being done with this furry design, this content creator is called Cynical. This isn't their default form. This is a furry version of their like actual model. When I saw this, I checked out their other stuff and I loved how bouncy and expressive everything was. This is also how I came across other content creators in the furry space as well. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Bet we're gonna do this. This is how I found Luna. And now we're best friends. Vana! Hello, welcome. Can we get a shout for Vana in chat, please? But yeah, this is how it worked out. Definitely go check them out. They offer such a wide range of rigging services as well for very affordable prices, for incredible quality. And as you can see, they are used to working with a myriad of different art designs and styles. So I told Ishii about it. Ishii was originally like, huh, no one's ever asked, like, because I wanted to ask for permission. It's like, hey, can we give the model artwork to a different rigger? And I don't think anyone's ever done that before. So I created a group chat between the three of us. And this is where all of like this is where more synergy happened. So basically, we got a bunch of updates. We got updates from Izzy, from Bell Beeps, and shared them over with Tigray. Thankfully, Tigray's like workflow opened just as Izzy was done. So Tigray did the modeling in like a month. Like, I got very lucky with a lot of this, between Belvius and Tigray basically being like, yeah, you're our only client right now, so we can just like dedicate a lot of our time to this. I got very, very lucky. The model and everything was done pretty much around early April. So I've been sitting on this model for a month. For a month! Do you have any idea how hard that was to hold back? Obviously, I shared it with some people behind the scenes because I'm weak, but like, I wanted to prop this up like my newborn child from The Lion King and just be like, look at it. Look at this amazing thing that all of these incredibly talented people brought together. Look at it! I'm blown away at how everything came together. Genuinely blown away at how everything came together. 'Cause there's like a part of me that still feels like this isn't real. There's a part of me that feels like this isn't real. Like I don't deserve this. Like, this is the kind of thing that I look at other people's debuts. I look at all of the work and effort and time that went into those, and how that was a massive step forward for so many creatives out there. And this isn't me saying that like I didn't put in the work. I did. I will take pride that I put in the work, but unfortunately, the sad reality of the world, and due to my own past experiences, hard work doesn't always guarantee that things will work out. It doesn't, unfortunately. And I still don't know what's going to happen after this point, you know? There's a lot of unknowns that went into this. There's a lot of unknowns as to what was going to happen today. But the fact that so many people who I not only have the honor of calling friends, but so many people behind the scenes not only wanted to help, but went above and beyond to help. Because they wanted to see me succeed. Whoa. I don't think I'll ever stop processing that. I don't. I don't think I'll ever stop processing it. I don't think I'll ever stop wondering, like, if I was worthy or deserving of that. Like, it's a lot. I don't. Okay, it's okay. I'm okay. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm okay. Because there are other people, so many other talented people that like worked on other things around here, like the new emotes, the new backgrounds, the custom background music, the panels, like scroll down if you're on Twitch, look at the new awesome panels that have been made for this stream. Like all of the artwork that I've gathered from so many cool, amazing people that I'm like saving in a vault, and I'll slowly start putting out on social media and stuff like that. Like the safe for work and not safe for work. We've got like 3 different emote artists. The background art was actually an interesting story a little bit because there was a different background artist that I was originally going to go to, and they waited until a week before the deadline to tell me that they couldn't finish the commission. This was literally, what was the date? This was April 30th, they told me. And I'm like, oh, I have 2 weeks to get a new background in time for my debut because the date's already locked in. So shout out to my background artist too. All of the credits are going to be down in the description as well if you want to like see specifically who worked on what. But everything came together beautifully. Everybody worked within the time frame. Everybody understood the assignment. Just because I did put in work to like research and get an understanding of like where all of this was going, but again, you guys made this such an amazing thing. Like, friends are good, actually. Like, you can collaborate with people, and like people will genuinely try to be there for you and have your best interest at heart. That is, for a lot of my life, that concept felt very alien to me. I had friends, and like my family has been there for me as well, but there's always been like a line of effort that most people in my life never really crossed, either because they didn't know what to do, or because they didn't want to see me succeed, or maybe some other arbitrary reason. So to have people be like, no, not only are we going to cross that line, but we're going to go even further with how much we want to be there for you. It's just a lot, okay? It's even now, all of you guys kind of turning up like this, like even for just a moment, it's a lot for me to take in and process and compartmentalize, you know? But that's it. That's the model showcase, more or less. That is how that is what the journey looked like from beginning to end. So we've talked about the past. We've talked about the present. Let's talk about the future real quick. What do we do? What now? What do we do now? Where do we go now? Well, is anything major going to change? Okay! No! You can't come in here after a heartfelt speech like that and just drop 20 subs and leave. No! No! Jesus Christ! Eat shit. Fuck you! Shout out Aki in the chat, please. Fuck you! You and your kindness, okay? Damn it. You want to talk about inspirations? Aki over here is literally like one of the embodiments of the type of creator I want to be. I was literally just about to talk about you. Like talking about the future and everything and what I want to accomplish with all of this. You can't just It's... I look at Aki. I look at Yomi. I look at Sunny. I look at Squeegee. I look at all these people who have sort of like found themselves through this. Like you guys are still on a journey, but you've hit a vein of people that you matter so much to. And including me. I hope I can be like that too to people out there. I wanna spread. This is why that thing 2 weeks ago pissed me off so much, because I look at the kindness that you guys share. I look at the support that you guys give, and it blows my mind. Fucking, I hate this so much. Also, I don't think my mods are here, so I'll do the shout out. It's... You guys are like at a place that I am still striving for, and I want to keep... There was a time where I was afraid about what it meant to be a content creator. Needing to reinvent the wheel all the time, needing to always coming up with crazy ideas and pushing the boundaries more and more. It's like, oh, that sounds, isn't that exhausting? Isn't that too much? And sure, there might be moments where it like gets overwhelming or we might feel burnt out, but the smiles that you guys have doing this stuff and the smiles that it brings other people, the smiles that it brings me, I want to be able to do that too. I want to be able to give back as I've gotten so much. Ow. You guys have given me so much. More than I think I can ever say. Like overtly and passively. Front and center and behind the scenes. I want to be able to give back to, not just as a person, but also as a creator. So is anything radically going to change? No, it's not. We're still going to be about the fun retro vibes. We're still going to thirst over how much we love Rouge the Bat. Still probably not going to get nearly as much sleep because I hate myself. We're just going to do a little bit more at my own pace. There are different projects and ideas that I want to work on that are like tangential to the stuff that I'm doing now. And I just want to keep pushing the envelope of what I can do. I'm learning programming. I'm developing voice acting a lot more. There's so many skills that I've been developing even just these past couple of months. And now it feels like Rock Lee letting go of the weights. And I'm like, finally, show them how hard you've worked. Show them the fruits of your training. So shorts are coming back like next week. I've scripted like 5 of them already. It feels so good to get back into scripting shorts. I miss it. I'm sorry that I've been like neglecting them for a while, but like I was juggling so much, something kind of had to give, and the shorts unfortunately did. So we're gonna be going back to shorts. We're gonna be doing retro fun fact shorts again. We're gonna be doing some variety shorts. We're gonna be doing some shorts from stream, but we'll also be doing like some general discussion shorts on like things that I've wanted to talk about, like with the community, stuff that I think people will find relatable. Try to guess what these shorts are about. I fucking dare you. I doubt any of you will be able to guess what these shorts are about. So yeah, I've already got 5 shorts scripted. I'll probably be uploading the shorts on days that I'm not streaming. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be posting shorts. And on like when I stream like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like I won't be posting shorts then. So we'll be probably posting roughly 3 to 4 shorts a week. Our stream schedule is going to be roughly the same. We'll either be streaming 3 days a week or 4 days a week, Thursday through Sunday or Friday through Sunday. There are going to be a few weekends during the summer that I'll have to take off because of obligations, like my brother getting married. And I'll be going, it's convention season. I'll be working some anime conventions. I'll be hosting some panels. I am also working on a job that I cannot say publicly yet. I can maybe tell some people in private, but I cannot say, no, I can't say publicly yet, but let's just say it is a job that, you know how, like, I will sometimes drop random bits of lore about myself, like, oh yeah, I worked with CDawg VA, or oh yeah, I technically worked under a member of VShojo for a time, but I'll give, like, no context for that at all, even though it's true. Yeah, I think, like, some stuff happened recently in the past couple of weeks that it's like, oh, I'm gonna add that to the folder, but that stuff I can't reveal until, like, it officially comes out, but when it does come out, I can't wait to share it with you guys. So we're getting back into scripted shorts. Our stream schedule is going to be the same. We're going to be playing we're going to be sticking with a lot of the games we've been playing before, like Kingdom Hearts and Undertale, and we'll be swapping in still a lot more like retro games that like we can finish in 1 or 2 sittings. I might be holding polls in the community Discord from now on so that you guys can vote on what games I play or what franchise we stick with for a while. And in fact, I don't think I've shouted it out at all, but anybody new here, if you would like to follow up on things like that, then please join the community Discord. In fact, if you are a sub of the channel and if your Discord is linked up to the Discord, you have access to a special channel where I share a lot of things like artwork previews. You guys can vote on emotes and stuff like that. Yes, the safe work and not safe for work stuff is there. Xenoblade, I've wanted to play Xenoblade. RPGs are a little tricky because they take up so much time, but I have definitely wanted to play Xenoblade. I want to hear the British anime voice acting. I really want to hear the British anime voice acting. So that's been on my list. A couple things have been on my list. But yeah, so look forward to the shorts, look forward to more videos just all around. I'm really hoping that by the end of the summer, we can hit partner on YouTube as well, so we can start earning a bit of money from like our YouTube streams and our shorts. I think we're at like 2,100, so we have less than 1,000 live views to go before we hit partner. Fingers crossed we hit it soon. But I'll also, outside of streams, are you starting dual stream? I'm dual streaming right now. I've been dual streaming for a while. Yeah. I've been dual streaming for a while. Not all of my streams are dual streams because not all game, because of YouTube's copyright, is dumb. I'm actually curious what tomorrow's stream is going to look like. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, we're going to be doing more simul streaming, but I do want to also like upload full videos. They're just not going to be a priority. The priority will be making sure the streams are as good as they can be and getting back into sharing these shorts that I hope a lot of people can connect to. Again, we got games, we got general fun facts, we got personal stuff. It's all going to be in there. I've really been flexing my writing muscles these past couple of weeks. And actually, probably this weekend, I'm going to be scripting more shorts as well. Outside of streams, we're going to be doing more voice acting stuff. We're going to be doing more voice acting stuff. Safe for work and not safe for work. I'm currently in the process of developing a reel for safe for work and not safe for work stuff. Something that I can just post on my channels. So that way I can refer to people whenever it's like, oh, do you do voice acting? So it's like they can check that stuff out. Recently, I've actually been hired by a couple of people to work on some of their NSFW animations. I've been voicing a lot of OCs lately. I've been in the furry community. I've been interacting in the furry community a lot more lately. So that has actually been a lot of fun. But I do want to put together a reel of my work. The not safe for work stuff will be easy because there's a lot of examples of that. I want to put together an actual professional reel that I can share to, like, you know, anime, indie projects and stuff like that. You guys have been asking for me to do more voice stuff in general, like comic dubs and game dubs, like maybe playing games like Danganronpa or Ace Attorney, where we can just do a lot of voice acting. Comic dubs we can share on social media. I've got friends that are interested in doing comic dubs like Kana and Sarok. So I definitely want to do more of that stuff. More songs. I want to produce a song cover. I have the means of doing it, just not the money and the finances. I want to produce more song covers. I want to do more singing. I've been doing more singing lessons. I've been practicing with more people. And I even want to start producing more of my own original safe for work and not safe for work animations. Some of the stuff is cooking in the background. Some of the stuff is more of like, we'll get to it later type of stuff. The Bolts the Lewd moniker, that is the alt label for my NSFW account. I'm going to be treating my NSFW stuff as more of a brand that is like loosely connected to the same thing. Loosely connected. That's part of the reason why like you could technically take the clothes off of my model. That will be something potentially later down the road when I feel comfortable, and two, I start having a lot of like the means of doing that. There's a lot of things being started and a lot of things being planned. Whether or not they get off the ground, part of that is up to me, and part of that is also up to you guys, because I would really like help with some of this stuff. And I figure a good place to start, because I'm bad at asking for help unless it's under specific circumstances, I guess a good place to start would be next week, because this is my birthday month. I don't really talk about it that much. May 20th is my birthday. So next week, we're going to be starting a birthday subathon where I do have stretch goals. I'll formally announce it probably this Sunday or Monday. I already have stretch goals worked out, and I have a lot of goal incentives as well as in-stream incentives planned. I've been working a lot in programs like StreamerBot in order to create more on-screen interactivity with everything. Some of it's inspired by Aki. Where does the plug go? Shut up, Hal. A lot of it is inspired by Aki and what Yomi do. Sunny has been showing me the ropes a lot, just being generally very content-pilled. And ow! So if you'd like to show your support and help out with that, then look forward to Thursday when the subathon will start. It'll be uncapped. We'll start with like 12 hours on the clock, and we'll see how far it goes. And then the summer hits, and we'll see where the rest of that goes. What are my long-term goals? I mean, I'd like to get above 30 CCV for now. My overall long-term goals is definitely to like make this something sustainable, make this something semi-full-time. It probably won't be the one main thing that I do, because I do still do a lot of my freelance work with a lot of the websites and conventions that I work at. Ow! Thank you all so much for the follows. But I would like this to be part of all of the content in general that I make. I would really love to quit my job by the end of the year, but I know that's asking for a lot. I mean, hell, I got a freaking concussion from one of the kids I work with, but I'm gonna go at my own pace. I'm not gonna desperately chase something unless it's within the realms of what it is that I want to do and work on as a content creator. This year started out rough because I felt like I was experimenting with too many things and chasing like a high, or like chasing what other people were doing. And I just didn't, it's not that I thought the content was bad, it just didn't feel like content that was me. And I still feel like I'm finding that. I still feel like I'm searching for that. But recently, the past like month and a half, I feel like I've started coming into my own a lot more. And people have told me they've been noticing that a lot more. So I really, really appreciate that. I'm glad that this is a change that not only my community has been seeing, but also a lot of the friends and people that I look up to. And that's it. That's been the presentation. That's been all 40. Wait, is there one more? That's it. That's been all 43 slides. Thank you to everybody who somehow sat down and watched me do a college PowerPoint presentation for 2 hours. As for what happens next, like I said, we got the subathon starting next week. I'll be posting about that. But tomorrow, we still have a part 2 for this debut, because tomorrow we got a concert. Tomorrow, to fully celebrate this and just get all that energy out, we're doing a karaoke stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, on Twitch and YouTube, 2 p.m. EST. I've handpicked a lot of songs. That I'll be singing. The theme is going to be, can I make everyone cry? So look forward to that. I even reached out to some people specifically and asked them what songs they like as tributes to them. Yomi, I'm so sorry. But yes, so I hope you guys will join me. I hope you guys will join me tomorrow. Whoop, wrong button. What the? Fuck. Wrong button. Where's my desk? Oh, we had to have one fuck up at some point. We had to have one fuck. Azura, yeah, you're late. We're literally wrapping up. I'm sorry, Azura. Shout out Azura in the chat. Oh, nuts. Get behind me. There we go. And I think I turned off chat too, didn't I? I did. There we go. Ow, 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 no, no! Sorry, you don't have to, no! God damn it! Ow, 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 ow. It's okay, Azura, you can catch tomorrow's stream. I was just talking about it where I'm doing a... Coco!
We did it! We did it!
Coco!
Can
we get a shout out for Coco the Dodo too? You don't, you sly. Ow, 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 ow. I blame my job for my tardiness putting in my registration right now. I mean, yeah, how dare your job keep you away from Daddy's stream? Right, Azura? Hey, Coco, thank you so much. Guys, go check out Simply Azura and Coco. Can we get some shout outs for both of them? Coco specifically just made a debut not too long ago. And I, amazing job. Thank you, guys. This has been different. It's been very different. Femme voice, please. Yes, you missed Daddy's debut, Azura. Okay, Marco, thank you so much for stopping by my debut stream. You're such a good boy. Thank you. I hope you had a good day. You worked so hard. I look forward to more things that you do. Mwah. So yes, wow. I am shocked you were able to get that emote, Azura. Let's put the microphone away. But yes, it's okay, Azura. When you're ready, you can get some private time with Daddy later. Looking forward to when we can call and catch up. But and Coco, I managed to watch your VOD. I'm glad that your debut stream went well. It went well too. I'm glad you've just been thriving. So many people. So many debuts, so many people like just thriving lately. We can call you Daddy. You can call me Daddy or Mommy. I will take both because I do not consider any of those gender. I just consider those correct. But I'm kind of blown away a little bit about all of this. It's What do you even say? What do you even say about all of this after a certain point? Like what do you... What about Mommy? Yes, you can call me Mommy. Guys, thank you. Thank you for all of this. Thank you for the people that showed up. Thank you for the new people who stopped by. Thank you for the friends that I have known since the beginning of this journey. Thank you for the friends that I've known for the past year, for the past couple of months. Thank you for the guys that have helped me out with all of this, designed everything, like filled in gaps that I just couldn't do, and like did it out of the kindness of your heart, went the extra mile to make this possible. This was not my stream. This was your guys' stream. Okay? This what comes next is up to me. What comes next is up to me. I will do my best to make sure that your guys' faith in me and that the effort that you put into me and that everything that has helped me get to this point does not go in vain. I meant what I said in that promo video. Like, there's That, again, that wasn't just a lore thing. There's been a time, I think a lot of us feel where it's like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just surviving. What is the point of all this? But then you reach a point where you're like, no, I don't just want to survive. I don't just want to exist. I want to thrive. I want to be happy. And I want to do it alongside these people that showed me that it is okay to be happy. That it is okay to want more. It's okay to ask for more. It's okay to strive for more. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep working. And I don't know where we'll end up at all. But I hope it's an even better place than where we are now. Let's do our best to keep striving and keep pushing for more and more, okay? I love and appreciate all of you guys. And I don't even really know what else to say or how to end this. I'm just a spiraling ball of sadness right now. Where does it all go? I don't know where any of it goes. I don't even know who we should raid. Like at all. I don't know. Bolt, you're gonna outdo yourself at every corner. We'll be so freaking proud of you every step of the way. You're fucking cool, nerd. Thank you, guys. ID, give yourself a shout out. Give yourself a shout out. I want to make sure that everybody gets properly shouted out again. And Sunny, give yourself a shout out to just everybody. Just thank you for having faith in me. You can succeed by being kind and being there for people. We've already had so many people prove that. A lot of people in this chat. It's my turn to do the same. Okay? Everybody on YouTube, thank you so much for being here, a part of this. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Ow, 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 ow. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. EST, during the karaoke stream, and look forward to those YouTube shorts coming out next week, too. Everyone say bye on YouTube.